Copy to high. Good morning, those on the check-in. Good morning, Peter. Peter, I always see you check in. Where you located? Slightly. Good morning. Good morning. Chris Lau, good morning. Arlington, you practicing your Spanish. Arlington said buenos dias. First base PA, bless up. Good morning, first base. Curtis Stubbs. Oh, sorry, I had to read the whole thing. King Regulation, check in. Good morning. I missed you the other day. I don't think I saw you at the event. Wayne Tucker, good morning from family. Brooklyn in the house. Yes, Wayne, how you doing? You're not going to say hello to everyone coming in the room?
Yeah, because everybody.
Start with Wayne from Brooklyn.
So we have the same conversation.
That's what he puts. You always tell everybody to say where they're from. DJ Big Body, what's up? Good morning. Tony Hansen, good morning. He said, blessed that's the family from London, UK.
Yeah, man,
Arlington says C.
Yeah, man, big up to you. Thank you for everyone that checking in. Just let me know where you're checking in from, please, and thank you.
Oh, you're not talking, Peter. Okay. Good morning, Corey Blue. He said, good morning, family. Checking in from Homestead, Florida. I really enjoyed this stream from Connecticut. Felt like I was there. Glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, man, glad you enjoyed. Glad you enjoyed, brother. That's how we do over here.
Morning, Steve. I'm gonna say it was nice meeting you because I don't think I met you yet. Yeah, I think that was the first time we met.
Yeah, man, Steve, big up yourself. Good morning.
Did you get to see the pictures?
The picture of them are posted on Facebook for my page, Facebook page. So.
DJ Razor checking in from the UK.
DJ Razor, big up yourself, Papa. Thank you for checking in. Big up my UK group team. Manners and respect. Thank you for checking in.
Samuel, big up Acid.
Samuel, big up yourself. Thank you. Samuel, where are you checking in from? Yeah, we are signing from the class, yeah.
Stubb said was there, had a late funeral, got there about 10. Okay, so I must have missed you then. I mean, we were there, but I probably, because the crowd got bigger when we left. I think we left at about 12 or a little after 12, but I was on the other side.
Yeah, man, big up my regulation family. Big up your access. Big up to the King Cut store. Big up the King Cut store. Gotta go get a haircut, boy. I know my haircut still good, save me.
For real.
When I get a haircut in Florida.
To your brain.
Yeah. When I get a haircut in Florida, all a week it just grow back like never cut my hair. So big up the King Cut, the man scrape off every scalp off of hair. Well done, brother. Well done.
It took a while for your hair to grow back in.
Yeah, man. So big up my King Cuts family. That's how I used the haircuts in New York City. They spend their time and do it right.
They take every piece of fine hair off your head.
They make it look like you're getting married, you know? So big up to King Cuts for that. I appreciate the haircut, brother. The haircut was well received, brother. Well received. Okay.
Okay, Steve, you seen the pictures. Good. Samuel said he's from Miami, babe.
Yeah, man, Samuel, big up yourself. Thank you for that. Checking in. We got our event coming up down there. It's gonna be 2 column string up. It's gonna be 4 tops, 16 bass. It's gonna be there. Nearby you. Which part of now that 42?
West Palm Beach.
It's gonna be in West Palm Beach. And we're gonna have five sound, no more than 5 sound. We're not gonna do the one bag of sound here, and you bring your sound, take your time, drive it, and you don't get the opportunity more playing time. So that's why we're not gonna put a bag of sound. Now we might do it 2 times for the year. Might do it 2 times for the year. Yeah. So thanking everyone for checking and tell me where you're from. You know. And if some people don't mind to can tell me what rack you have, what space rack you have, how much amplifier you have in your rack, you know. Just check in and just communicate.
Okay. All right, so while we're waiting on those answers, I'm gonna just check in a few more people. Rawi Kasi Jr. from Barbados. I'm a DJ getting back in the game. Okay, great.
Yeah, man, Junior from Barbados, big up yourself, man. It's a disease when we have every sound man have a true to this passion, you know. Once you buy one amplifier, you can't stop at one. You continue to go at 2. I know a lot of people tell me, yo, me just a build a little sound, man. And by the time the year finish or 2 year finish, they have like 2 column. You know, so it's a disease, brother.
Someone named Roger in the UK. I know you're not good with names, but he said I emailed the link and password to you as promised. You know he's referring to?
No, I don't remember. I deal with so many people, my brother.
Okay.
Give me if I'm not really, you know.
All right, let me move on. Durwood, good morning, family. As a family, give thanks for the live last week. You're welcome, no problem.
Yeah, man, give thanks, man, for who can appreciate it, you know.
Stubbs, if you mean the drink from next door, then yes. He said, did Bull give you the special mixture?
Yeah, man, that drink was it was a green drink with a lot of stuff in it, a lot of natural stuff in it. And once I drink 1 cup, I had to go back and add another cup.
Yeah, it was good.
So it was good because once I had that drink and wake up in the morning, I feel different. Yeah, for real. So I do advise, I'm not no herbalist, I'm not no doctor. I do advise everybody to take care of your body and nourish your body with stuff that is not man-made. It's anything with the earth make that we can ingest or eat, good for us.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, man. So encourage everybody for that. So thank you, Regulation, for that. I had some sea moss in it, some wheatgrass, a lot of stuff in it, and ginger. What do you call it?
Was pineapple?
Pineapple.
Yeah.
Green apple. It was good. It was very good. It was very good.
Yeah.
Very, very
good. It was good. Yeah. Let me check in. Floyd from the Philippines. Good morning, or not sure what time it is here, but good morning over here.
Big up to Floyd from the Philippines. Big up yourself, brother. Thank you for checking in, man.
Samuel said, I'm playing my sound at the park. Okay. Today? In Miami.
What a wicked brother.
No. I guess he just telling you.
Okay.
Chris Lau. We didn't get to play it outside yet. But I love it so far.
We're testing it.
Yeah, but we didn't go outside yet.
Yeah, we're testing it. We're bringing it outside.
Daryl Johnson, Blessed Asset Family from Black Widow Family from Brooklyn. Love the footage.
Thank you very much.
It would have been nice if you came out, or did you have to work?
Thank you very much, brother.
Dwayne Banis, Blessed Asset Family from Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah, man. Dwayne what?
His name is Banis.
Big up to Dwayne Banis. Big up yourself. Thank you for checking in, Papa. Appreciate it,
brother. He asked if you ever heard of a box called Community Speakers. They use.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, me heard them.
I have a question. Buy a PV VSX V8, but can't get the software on my Mac. How does Noah work on a
You have to, with those type of program, you have to use a regular PC computer
Oh
to
yeah.
download that.
So you have to get a Windows.
A Windows, yeah. You have to get a Windows computer for that.
Yeah, that's the only
That's the
downfall.
only downfall
with that.
with all the drive racks they make, right? I used to bother me. They make the newest drive rack, but you have to go up on a PC to operate the system.
Yeah.
Never got
Windows, yeah.
Yeah, Windows, yeah. Never understand that.
So you have to get a little small, cheap laptop for that.
Yeah, a Windows.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying because most people, I think most DJs have Apple.
Yeah,
So
DJ. That's for DJ.
Yeah, I know.
But for software,
Yeah,
you can't go wrong with a regular thing there.
Black Crystal Sound check in. Music Master check in. That was the
Black
one.
Crystal Sound, big up yourself, brother.
You remember, right?
Yeah, man.
From the other night.
You know all of the songs.
All the music.
Black Crystal Sound. I like that. And that's how I used to be. I'm gonna take my time to get something. That's how I used to be when I was growing up. I could hear an artist and tell you who it is. That's how good I used to be in the business.
Yeah.
And I'm still is, and I'm training now.
Yeah, still good.
As little bit as young as now is. You hear a voice, you know exactly. I remember we're coming from an era where there was record. And if you can't get the chance to go up to the turntable, you can't memorize, because reading is memorizing. Right now there?
Yes.
It is. So I used to memorize every artist that's out there. I could just hear it. My friends, them used to challenge me at Jamaica. Yo, who this? Who that? And we can tell them on the radio which artist.
And you know, I don't think that's a memorized thing. I think it's a talent.
Yeah.
Because it'd be hard to try to memorize. You have to be somebody that listens to a lot of music.
Yes.
Period. There's no way to practice that. You would have to be somebody, a lover of music, that you listen to it day in, day out to know so many voices.
Yeah. Correct. Yeah, it come with a special, I guess I never see it as a talent, but as you're saying, yeah. So for all the people that using a drive rack, we can throw this into the water, take it out, turn it on. This is a bomb-proof laptop. We call it a Toughbook, made by Panasonic. It have all the softwares on it for your drive rack. If you're gonna use a drive rack with a USB or a 8-pin setup, this will be the Toughbook that you want to get for your drive rack. Made by Panasonic. It's called a Toughbook. That's the name. Toughbook, made by Panasonic. Meaning that, let me see if that one now.
So somebody's Black Crystal said you can also use, which you're right. You can use, well, I don't know. It's gonna depend on if it's Windows.
And this have Windows on it, and I upgraded this. I buy them because it's cheaper. I can get this for $200 or $300, and I upgrade the memory and the RAM on it, and it's cheaper to do. So this, I plug up any drive rack to this, it read it just like that, ready for go. And I also have my X32 on this, meaning that everything is on here. So if you're gonna do a sound system with digital stuff that you need software to control, this will be the easiest thing to get out there. You can go up on eBay anyway and find it. A Toughbook made by Panasonic. Yeah, them take this to the war, them build this to the war and all type of things, and drop it in a mud. You can stand up over it. You can drive the truck or your car over it and still turn it on and it work. That's why it's called a Toughbook.
Yeah, it's real old school, but it does what it's supposed to do. You have to worry about it being too delicate. Okay, before we move forward, can I get some more likes, a thumbs up, however you want to call it, on it? We have 46 people, only 11 likes. Good morning, David G. He said he hasn't forgotten about us. Still waiting on the things. No problem. We know you'll get back to us. Black Crystal Sound said it is a talent. I just naturally know this. Yep.
Yeah, man.
Father Go and was a DJ Spuddy Big Shot Sound using PV 7500 for bass. Okay.
Yeah, it's a good amplifier. PV make good amplifier.
Yeah.
Very good amplifier. You can't underestimate PV. Cannot. Anybody familiar with sound culture know the PV amplifiers and the CS series. Anything PV make in America here is a good product. Very good product.
Yep.
Unless you don't know, but it's a good product.
Okay, so back to the question Maurice was asking earlier. Uh, everybody who owns a sound system, what's the size rack you're currently using? How many spaces?
18 space,
16.
16 space,
I think they have a what, 20 also?
20 space.
Most people who have one rack probably have the higher numbers.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. Give him look at time for answer.
Yeah, so I'm going to look at time for it.
Okay. One person says 16.
Yeah, man.
No, you need the software, DJ Razor. He was asking, can the VSX work without the software? How you gonna
what?
what we were just talking about that you need the Windows for? You still need something to program it, right?
Yeah, you still need something to look on and see what you're doing.
So nobody else have no rack. Okay. 16 black crystal. So we have two at 16. Noah's is what, 18, right?
Yeah,
Noah's at 18. Okay, so two people at 16. Durwood have 18. Okay, 118. Regulation said 18.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so it's between 16 and 18 most people use.
Yeah, man. So big up to my regulation family. Hospitality was always on point. When I go to regulation in Brooklyn, that's not the side of the fence. When I go there, regulation always treat us with very good hospitality from day one. And I kind of intend to stick around people like that treat me that way. I mean, and then become real friends, you know. So big up to Stubbs, big up to Bull, you know, big up to the whole regulation family, Ron. You know, them always come support our event. You know, so big up to my regulation family. And the event in Connecticut was very, very great, very successful, and very, very uplifting to see that many females that come out to the sound system culture. Look, let's face it, we need them. Because I know it's a man's sport. It is not a female sport, but I intend to want to entertain them and get them over to our side of the fence. Because often you go to the sound system string up and it's just one bag of man. Nothing is wrong with that. Some people don't get it because the man them build sound system. Now we start have females now. We have build sound system. So I like when I say the culture go. You know.
Good morning, Jerry. Blue Wave Sound from Belize.
Blue Wave Sound from Belize. Thank you for checking, bro.
So, we're gonna discuss a little bit of the event, but since you said you're from Belize, I have a funny story. So, anybody who watches the channel knows we have one of our full crown sound, which is Golden Harp.
Crown and QSC.
Yeah, Crown and QSC. Sorry. Crown and Crest.
Crest.
I apologize.
Yeah.
Yeah, Crown and Crest. And he said he went with his family
to
Belize. He made the announcement at the event. He was visiting.
Yeah.
And he said he must have been somewhere walking and a guy in Belize jumped out his car to say, Golden Harp, I see you on YouTube. Yo, I know he felt so good because he made sure he made that announcement. I think that's wonderful though. Like you could get recognized in a whole nother country off of one video. Yeah, so that was nice. Yes, Black Crystal Sound, you do got to be careful with the taller rocks because of the height. Most times I think we use a stand when we take out our sound because Noah's is 18. Daryl Johnson, well, my sound, I'm using 2 racks on my top rack. What? I'm using 2 racks. My top rack is 6 space and amp rack is 8 space, so total 14. Black Widow family. Okay.
Yeah, split it up.
Okay. Like almost like UK style.
Yeah, split it up.
Gerald said using 8 and have 5 PV 7500 in the rack.
Nice. The PV 7500 and bad too. Very good amplifier. Worse when the 220 then. Very good amplifier by PV.
Steve O'Malley said that's a beautiful thing. Yes, that's nice. I will say that. A couple of our people have said that's happened, but I think that's cool when you go to a whole nother country.
Yeah,
That's wild. Kirk said maybe woman for free. You mean let in the event for free? Jerry said, yeah, man, Belize people are very friendly. Okay, that's the guy that's from Belize. That's what made me tell the story.
Yeah, my boss. Yeah, finish up. They make Arlington plate exclusive from Long Island.
He goes through the same thing too.
Yeah.
Is people right? It's funny how people eyes are good because sometimes like if I don't see you a couple of times, I'm not gonna recognize you like that.
Straight.
Rockers movement checking into class. Good morning. Roll call. Mark Watt. Good morning, Sound Family from Jamaica. Good morning.
Good morning, Mark. What big up yourself? Thank you for checking in, brother.
Good morning, Levi.
You can say my call me, but why tiredness I beat me.
Okay, so what I will say about while he's concentrating on that, what I will say is I think that's one of the best events we had in Connecticut. Not I think it was. Not I think. It's like every year it gets a little bit better.
Yeah, it does. Every year.
We work with the promoter Juba.
Very good promoter.
Very good promoter.
Very good promoter.
It reminds me of us. We always trying to make sure everybody's comfortable, everybody's good. The crowd was wonderful. We had a nice mixture of women and to men, which typically we don't. We started really early, so for those people who are not into like being there till late at night, they were able to enjoy the early part. So and Acid made it so entertaining. Even though I was busy in the corner with my stuff, I had to say, wow, that was a good idea. He had everybody playing really. You really had to know your music to be on this event this year.
Not just carry a song come there and just string
Just play a bag of foolishness.
Yeah.
And what I will say is he was hitting them with, okay, I want to hear some, I'm just using an example. I want to hear some Cocoa Tea, or I want to hear some Dennis Brown. And each person had to find it quick. And you can't repeat what the last person played. And when I say everybody was on point, that's the part that nobody fumbled. So everybody who had their sound there that night was a music person. That's what I love. You don't find a lot of sound men. Sometimes there's a sound owner and then you have a DJ.
Sorry.
But everybody was, the sound owners knew how to play their sound themselves. Rockers movement. My sound string up on the lawn is always in November, but this year we're doing a second event. So the second event, which will be earlier in the year, is supposed to be in June 7th. So we're having something June 7th, which will be 2 columns, 16 bass. So that's coming up in West Palm Beach. Greetings from Dublin in Ireland. Keep doing the work. Good morning, Dublin.
Yeah,
His name is Ribbit Mifoot. Ribbit Mifoot. Okay. What's the brand rivet gun he's using, and where can I buy it? You can do a because some of these stuff we've had for a while. If you just do a Google search of it, they'll pop some of them up for you. Because a lot of these stuff I do the inventory for us. And sometimes we've had them for years. And I don't remember where we get it from. Farmer Jack, good morning. Checking in.
Farmer Jack, big up yourself, brother. Thank you for always checking, brother.
I'm checking in on I-95 on my way to West Palm. Okay. What's up, Farmer Jack?
Pay attention to the road, brother.
See, my brain adjusted. I was like, wait, Farmer Jack. I met him the other day. Yes. How you doing? Met him down in Fort Lauderdale. Okay, Rockers Movement. Rockers Movement said he'll be there. Where I don't know if you put that already. Where you located, Rockers?
Yeah, Rockers, tell me where you're located from. I like when people tell me where they're located from, no?
Oh, he's in Fort Lauderdale. Okay. That's an easy little ride for you then. I have to laugh before I read this one. So this is DJ Dev. I don't remember which one were you if you came over to me. This was a nice event in Connecticut. Next time out, can you bring out some shirts for the Porky Fellas 3X, or maybe
Yeah, tell her.
you did and they were sold by the time I got there?
Yeah, she only make
I typically go to XL, but sometimes I'll bring a handful of 2XL because, as you know, as you go higher in the price in the shirts, it's a little bit more. I'm just giving you the strategy of why I do it that way, because most people are not buying the larger sizes, but because you ask, I will always make sure at least I have a handful, maybe one or two 2X, 3X, but I usually always have a couple of 2X, just because I know certain people that wear that size that might want it. But yes, I will grant that request. This is Levi watching you from North Carolina, always watching you guys. Big up Asset Family. This is Diamond Sound. Good morning, Diamond Sound.
yeah, big up my North Carolina family, big up Reggie. Big up yourself, Diamond Son. Big up. I have a older brother and our son name in selector name and Diamond. Robert.
Oh, okay. Well, his name is Diamond Sound. This one. Yeah. Thanks, Corey Blue. Yes, people, please, as you come in, can you hit the like button? I only have 25 likes, 61 people. I appreciate that. Former Jack said he just got in from a cruise. He said he have a chauffeur. Okay, excuse me. Bossy.
One of us. Enjoy life, brother. Today we're here, tomorrow you know we go. Enjoy life.
Okay. First base PA said, Acid, you're making me smile seeing you tinning those joints.
Thank you, man. Thank you. A whole lot of work, you know. A whole lot of work. People see me do this thing and feel like say that's easy, just like that. No, it ain't. You have to prep. You have to know your gauge wire, strand, and I don't use the wire, any wire unless it's 100% copper. Wire. Don't need it. Don't need it. I don't want to use it.
Yeah. So not typically, I try to tell him, that's the way we move into. If we're doing work for you, we got to use what we use. Yeah. We don't really want nobody to bring us no items because you're not gonna buy the right thing. And a lot of people accidentally, because even when I'm doing inventory, they have it where you can be tricked. There's the one that's full 100% oxygen free copper, and then they have another one that's like a mix. And if you're not paying attention, you could buy the wrong one. So he's always taught me, he said it needs to say 100% copper on it. There's a difference. Dwight, what's up?
Yo, Mr. Hanson, look up yourself. What go on?
He said Bronx Scenery Building.
Yes, look up my Bronx family, my Bronx brother, should say. My brother from another mother, I'm a real brother.
Real brother in our real life.
In our
prodigal,
real life.
The prodigal brother is back.
The prodigal brother.
He's come back.
Real brother in our real life. Yeah, man, so.
Hold on, let me just check in on a few more people. Sorry. Joel said big shot sound from Nassau, Bahamas. Good morning.
Big shot sound from Nassau, Bahamas. Big up yourself and big up the whole of Bahamas. So.
We Black. Hello from Jamaica, Queens. What's up, We Black?
We Black from Jamaica, Queens. I'm glad you not say Jamaica, you know. So will I get confused there.
Hold on, I need to hurry up and say this one.
Big up the Queens family.
Mandatory movements. Good morning, Acid Family. Movements checking in from where? Brooklyn.
Mandatory movement, big up yourself, man. Thank you for checking. Always check in, brother. Big up yourself. And I appreciate your time and the time to support the channel and we are grow the channel as a community. So big up Mandatory Movement. And big up the people that always check in and we can sit and have good conversation. And like I like to tell people, I don't know everything. I learn from you, you learn from me. So
he well, I won't say a request. He said, we would love to hear your sound in Amazura. Hopefully one day you can hold one of your events in New York. You know what? I'm going to put it out there. I actually do want to hold an event in New York City. I've been saying that for a few years.
Yes.
But I don't know the right ins and outs of
we're not
where.
Really from there. We have the links and the contact. Let's face it, New York City run off of who knows who and the right channel. So I don't want to keep a my sound string up in New York City, but it's just to find a place. Or if somebody come to me and say, okay, I said, see a place here, this is the walkthrough, this is the in and out, the permit, the this, the that, I will do one there. Because I've been telling Nadia, it's funny that the person say, I've been telling Nadia, I want to do something at New York City.
Yes.
You know?
You was telling me.
And bring at least 2 Florida sound up and the rest from New York City. Because let's face it, my mission in life while I am alive is about sound system. I don't care who don't deal with who or who don't talk to who. I'm loyal to box, wire, speaker. That's it.
Yeah. Because preferably, really and truly, being from Florida, well, not from Florida, but living in Florida, there's nothing like playing your sound outside. So
Nothing.
really and truly, we don't like to play inside because of the acoustics and all the bouncing. There's not a lot of places that I like that we go to. We deal with it because we just work with what we have.
Yes.
But I preferably want the sound to play outside.
Outside, yeah. Nadia is outside. Nadia have the Jamaican blood. She like the outside sound system.
It's not so much bouncing off the walls, because most places, let's keep it real, most places like Amazura, like White Eagle, those places with those high ceilings and those all that metal rattling, everybody knows when you have to adjust your sound a certain way for it to not get lost in a place.
You can have a good, let's face this, I'm gonna say on the channel that probably nobody has heard that before. I'm gonna say it on the channel today. You can have the best sound system playing outdoor. Once you bring it inside, you must equip with the street knowledge to know that once you bring your sound inside of a building, you gotta learn how to turn that down and position of boxes and learn to adjust. The same volume that you play outside with, you cannot take it inside.
Exactly.
People will not want to hear your sound. It will be too loud. It will be too noisy. And sometimes the sound them will play out the door play sweet, and when them come inside, them just ping pong all over the room.
Yes.
And you have to learn a thing when they placement.
Yeah.
The real sound people in pan here would have an idea what I'm saying about. Anybody can tell me about placement of box? Can we talk about that? So we can educate other people in that method of placement in boxes.
Yeah, that's correct, Stubbs. Yeah, some can play outdoors but have trouble indoors. To me, indoors, most people will say, "Oh, it's hard to play outdoors." Nope. If you have the right amount of boxes, it's easy to play outdoors.
No,
indoors,
not really.
Hold on.
The best tuning come from playing outside. The best tuning, because you can have a good sound.
That's not what I said.
And it fall apart.
That's not what I said. I said, to me, it's easier to play outside. That's what I said. You missed what I said.
Okay.
I believe indoors, which I think that's common sense, indoors will always be harder because it's all about mathematics and how you position your sound and how it's set up and this wall and that wall and all and the ceiling.
And
that's what I mean.
The bass box too close to the wall. When the bass play, you don't hear no bass, so you wonder what happened to your sound. And you move the bass box 3 inches off of the wall, the bass come back right there. So I think when you placement and I think when you time alignment, a lot of people stray away from it. What's time alignment? Do your homework. Time alignment is very important in a sound system. That way you can have 2 columns set out outside like this and one in the middle. One is delaying before the other one. Time alignment can help you make everything come at you one time. Most people, what? What am I saying? Do the homework. It is there.
I'm answering a few people because we're talking about a few things at the same time. Big up Acid Sound. Thanks for keeping the culture alive. What's this say? Architects Sound from Jamaica, Queens checking in. Good morning.
Architect, big up yourself. Thank you for checking in. Queens, New York. Big up yourself, brother.
Okay, Daryl, I've heard that before about Roy Wilkins, but what does Roy Wilkins want for the price?
What required?
No, he told me what is required, but we gotta be, the price gotta be reasonable too. It can't be nothing too ridiculous where you're losing more than gaining or even break even. Um, Mandatory Movement said that's true talk. The event you hosted in Amazora Palestinian sounded good. I feel those crown amps should have made those bass bottoms hit differently if they played outside. I agree. I would love to have hear Palestinian outside. If I ever have an event up there, I will bring them because they're always willing to come out and do an event.
Yeah, man, big up to Palestinian because you have many different sound people in this world. And as I know, it is not, let's say, it is not easy to rent a truck, take your time, gas, toll to bring your sound to our event. It is not cheap to do. So apart from all of the sound them who have done it, let me say it again. Apart from all the sound who have done it, big up to Palestinian sound. Their Guyanese, selector unruly and the engineer and everybody else. I make the call to them and they never hesitated. Me say, hey, good afternoon, this is Acid, where I do Rare, Connecticut and Rare. And the man was like, yo, we're there.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart because I know it takes a lot to do these things because I do it. I went to Philly, from Florida to Philly with a truck with my sound and another vehicle, and that was $4,000. Gas, toll, hotel, and for people to eat that came with me. And I bring two sound up there. Noah sound, which is the same sound, but I just say Noah sound and my sound. So I know. So big up to all the sound people them who take your sound out there to make your sound get promotion and make people hear your sound and fall in love with your sound, and you can use that as a marketing to marketing your sound. Go ahead, Nadia. Sorry.
No problem. Okay, Arlington. Yeah, he said it's so big that it's hard to fence in. But you know what? I don't. Maybe whoever lives in New York can explain. And I've asked this question, but I guess it's about who knows who and who's gonna be willing to give up the area.
Yes.
Sometimes I see events keep outside in New York City because I watch a lot of stuff on YouTube, different events and stuff like that. And I'll be like, but what about that place? Or what about that place? And they keeping a dance outside during the summer. So I just feel like it's a little bit more networking.
Yeah, networking.
I'm finding out, rubbing shoulders with people because there has to be. There are places where we can play outside in New York City, but I don't feel like everybody's doing their due diligence to find it because I see events during the summertime outside with sound.
Mm-hmm.
So, even if we're not going to be, of course, we're not going to bring out 16 bass outside, but even if we could bring out an 8 bass, that would be decent.
It's doable. It's doable. And we must try to. There's a thing when your grandfather do your homework. I don't got no time to sit down and explain it. Try to grandfather in our annual thing that we do with sound systems. So that way, when we go to the city or whosoever, they have no problem giving us the permit, the records. Like us, we keep events in Florida. And I try to maintain a squeaky clean record. So when I step to anybody to pull a permit, whether it be a liquor permit, a nice audience permit, we can get it because we are an organization and we keep our thing very squeaky clean. And we like to have any event that we keep, I like to have police officer there. I don't care if I don't go home with making back what I putting into it. I rather lose my money and people come out and be safe and go home safe. Right now there, I rather that.
Yes.
And any event we keep, we like it like that because everybody can come out and be at peace. Say officers walking through and they're buying the food and they're, even when we go keep the one down
West Palm. Yeah.
The police come, them laugh and talk with this like
she have video. One of the girls, she have video.
She have video, the police officer have video, them have fun, them order the food, them eat the food, them come back, them like it. That's my type of thing. Me like to see that. So you can bring out your kids, you can bring a chair, and just catch up your chair under a coconut tree and just enjoy yourself and your family. You don't have to be where everybody there. You can just you see people come to our event and just them there in their own little world and enjoy the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
You don't have to be right up under the boxes. You can be off to the side. We said, and that's always been my dream for this event. my dream for this event, you can ask Acid when we first started doing it. I was like, yo, I want to replicate. Of course, I'm never gonna be able to replicate, but I want to come as close to as you feel like you're going
Jamaica
to a Jamaica event.
event outdoor.
You get what I'm saying?
Palm tree.
That palm trees,
Yes.
music playing, food cook out. I told somebody that does events. I said, "Oh, we cook on site." They said, "What?"
Yeah, we cook outside.
Everything is cooked on site.
And everything is freshly made. Everything is freshly made by these hands. Everything. If I not feel comfortable with it, I not bring it to my customer them. If I not feel like say the product is good, I go to store. Some of the product might be not good. I'm going to the next store. I use fresh products. You understand? And I don't use the chicken them with a lot of hormone in them. I try to find the chicken natural and small. And it take a lot of work to do that. The ackee and saltfish, prepare, everything prep. That's a lot of hours going to the event. Like I was telling Juba, people see Juba do that event. It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
And you have to have the right team.
Yeah, you have to have the right. We have the right team, and you know, we actually, what we strive for more than the financial side of it, because of the love of it, is the how a person feels when they come to the event.
it, yes.
It's not the same old, and that's what I'm happy that we've us working with Juba, we've cultivated the one in Connecticut, because when we first started doing it, it wasn't a lot of people there because it was more like people coming to a dance. They coming late at night. I said, nah, let's move the time up a little bit more. And then we moved the time up a little bit more, and I said, Juba. And I love Juba. You know why I love Juba? He called to us for assistance and help to a certain degree, or to work together. And he's receptive to the information we give him. And I like that. You know what I'm saying? And he's receptive, and I've watched it grow.
And he's growing also too.
Yeah, he's growing also, but I've watched the crowd. I look at the older videos to the newer videos. I'm like, yo, way more people there. Wait, like you stated, our idea is to get more women involved. And tell them about what the woman told you.
One lady, let me just finish this. One lady, I went upstairs. If anybody go to Connecticut at the event, you know there's an upstairs where the food there and the juice there and all these things. We know where they're upstairs, because we're not going to load it up. The food is upstairs, the sound is downstairs. So I wanted a cup of soup. So I went upstairs, and a lady see me, she said, hey, are your name Acid, no? I say, yeah, man. She said, oh, see me come out, come support my man. Because you always, I say, the woman, them not come out, come support. The woman about me, you know? Say, yo, see me, I'm come out. Me and my friend, them and my wife, and some of them have on their husband sound name on them shirt. She said, me come out and me come support my man. So, like she said, what you have to say now? Me there. Because you always accost the woman them to come out and support the sound system culture. Which I am right. Because if you have your wife, you are support she, you do everything what she want you to do. When it come to the sound thing, she just got in her yard, or she just got an interest in that. Even if she not an interest, come and support me. But you put on my shirt.
But you said more than one woman check you, right?
Woman, yes.
You was
yes, you always talk off your mouth. But they are know it well what. Me rate that.
Yes, we like that. That's nice. We like that.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna go back. I know we talking and y'all are typing, so it's a little delay. So I'm gonna go back to what some of y'all was typing. Arlington said it's all about networking. I'm just gonna run through it. DJ, what did I see? I saw DJ. Somebody had checked in. Keys International. I didn't miss you. Big up Acid. Keys International checking in from Jacksonville and Jamaica.
Keys International. Big up yourself, brother. Manners and respect.
DJ Ice checking in from St. Vincent. Good morning.
Oh, big up my St. Vincent person, then, brother. Big up your yourself. Big up all of St. Vincent.
Arlington said, we not bringing 16, we're bringing 24. Okay, Arlington, that's the reason why we can't get nowhere. DJ Red, good morning, everyone. Okay, good morning. So Dwight said, I will find out what you need for the park, but they do have it in the Bronx. Katrona Park. They allow
Katona Park.
Katona. Yeah. Okay. Oh, you know the park. Okay.
Yeah, man. If we can find a good park, what we can do, I will bring a sound from Florida, and I probably bring my sound and another sound, We work together and see what we can do and make it happen.
Yeah,
But not no problem with that.
even if we can't bring a sound from Florida first, it would just be nice to bring out some sounds because okay, here's our other thing, and I'm gonna come back to the messages again. Our other thing about the way we do our events, and this was another part. You hear a lot of different. There's a lot of moving parts to my sound string up on the line.
Lot.
One other thing was, and this is something Acid always preached, and we put our hats off to all of the big sounds, but I feel like there's so many, just being around my husband for how much he is, I feel like there's so many men and women that have invested in a sound that's quote unquote not a big sound, but you want to bring your, almost like you fix up a car from scratch and you want to do a showcase at a car show.
Yeah.
Our thing is based off of like a car show, right?
Yes.
So there's a lot of sounds out there that we don't typically get to see because either they don't get a lot of dates, they don't have nothing to do with dates, but you might have built your sound, you may have built it for yourself, and you may want to come and showcase it. That's what our event is for. It's a platform to showcase the work you've put into your sound. That's why I always say, if in the nicest way possible, you cannot come to my sound string up and along or any of the events, competitions, showcases but your sound hasn't been out there a few times already. You do not use a platform to play your sound for the first time. I don't care how tweaked it is. I don't care how anything. You need to see the kinks in your sound before you come out to the event because it's a showcase.
Nobody want to come out there and see a sound pop down. Nobody want to come out there and see tune of sound. No. It's a showcase.
Showcase, plug and play.
Say, like how you show off a show car. It's already tuned, amaral, wax, and ready to go.
Exactly.
That's what it's about. It's not about who is the biggest or the baddest. It's about, that's how it started. It's about us little guys in the business that have a good sound. The weekend hobby of them work on them sound. They have a good sound and they play wicked.
Yeah.
And you just want to show off your sound. Showcase your sound. That's what it's about. It's not a clash. It's not about that. We're going to have good sportsmanship. We're going to have a little banter. But it's not a clash. It's about hearing that sound and walk away and say, damn, I never heard that sound before. Because even Palestinian sound, I never recognized it until I went to somewhere and see it. I'm like, oh, I would love to hear this sound.
We saw him first. I think we saw him at an event, not online. We had seen that he went up and which was that the place that we got there late? No, he wasn't there. Yeah, he was there. Remember the time we got there late? Yeah, but we got there late and we didn't get to hear their sound. So then they went to Amazura and they was in that big place or whatever have you. And I said, okay, why don't you guys come out to Connecticut? And play the sound or whatever.
They didn't that's what I'm talking about. They did not make an excuse. They did not, and I really want, the man them come in a van. I don't know how they get that sound in that van. They saw the video. I was outside. Go watch the video. I don't know how they get that sound into that van, but them 4 bass and all that tops you see go up there.
Plus the racks.
Plus them rack. They fit everything plus 5 of them in the van like country bus.
So it's just one vehicle?
One vehicle with 5 person come out of it
plus the sound.
And plus the sound and the rack. Me don't know how them do it, but brother, them have the heart. And they put it in them work.
Okay. Daryl, I read your message. You said Shop, I can tell you the park is nice, exclusive sound from Long Island. Yes. I mean, you must have an event for them to trust you and rubber stamp your event. Okay. If you play it indoor, you have to turn down the impact bass, boost the volume. Also playing outside, you can open up the sound. I guess these are older comments. Mark Watt, DJ Omega, Terratone Sound. Outdoor events in New York is gotten harder. Even with a noise permit, you have to be done by 8. That's fine.
No problem with that.
Let me tell you. And that's what I had to tell Juba. Sound events are not dances. And I think that's where we've learned down here, our events, yeah, I might let it go if we found a place, but typically, if we've been there since 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, our events are done by 8, the latest 9, and that's
9 o'clock.
late.
That's it.
That's late. That's us
So,
already starting to pack up.
and if it was up to me, I would. If it was up to me, I will be the one in the park cooking and people walking and see me. Everything done if it was up to me. Because sometimes I want to get there so early. Nadia is a bed person. Nadia is not an early riser. I am the early riser. So I will be like, yo, we need to have people food and people dinner ready because people is flying in. People are not going to no restaurant, go buy anything. They're coming right to the event. So I owe them when they come to that event, you have your banana, your dumpling, your whatever. Breakfast is ready, go straight into the curry goat, white rice, jerk chicken, jerk pork. So I like to be at events very early.
So I'm gonna give him his props on the camera because every year, me and him go at it every year. And they don't even go at it. I just stay quiet. Hold on, let me finish. I'm gonna give you your props right now because you're right. For the last 5, 6 events we did, it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
And it's not that I'm not doing the work, but I do realize I always try to make sure we got a place to stay. With Ty, we're doing prep from the night before. But what I will tell you, there is no event like our event. And I can say that very boastfully because there's no event you're going to where you getting breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yep.
From you walk in, even and what do upset me though is even though they don't get this from other places, they be vexed with us when certain things are not ready. And I'm like, if y'all went to another event, all 3-4 hours you stand up and wait for food. So I will commend Acid because he is very particular and he makes sure his patrons are very comfortable.
Yeah.
This man is up early and he's getting us up. Hey, we gotta go. 8 o'clock in the morning. Mind you, the event don't start till after 12. But he wants to be there early.
Anything can happen.
You know what I'm saying? Cooking. Breakfast is getting cooked. Then lunch directly right after. So I will commend him on the live because we always butt heads.
Let me give a little bit of history of my sound string up in the land. I've come across this almost one time. One is 1.5. I'm going to give you a story. So I want everybody to listen carefully what I'm going to tell you. There was a guy that his wife, he came to my sound string up on the lawn. His wife, his car was breakdown. So him and his wife share a car together. She had to go to work on that day that we keep our event. And she dropped him at the event. And dropped him at the event because they're sharing one car. He left his wallet in the car.
Okay.
This is something that Nadia don't know, nobody don't know. Because when I walk up to the gate, he was there and I said, I'm going to talk to him. Can I talk to you? And I went over to him and I said, this is my situation. I come to support you, but I left my wallet in my wife's car. I carry my wallet in my back pocket and I take it out. Because I don't want to sit down on the wallet. Because I do that sometimes too. So I know I chew him attack. So he left the wallet. By the time the wife reached an hour where she worked, she just clock in for work. She's a nurse. So she can't come off and come bring her wallet an hour away. You know that go?
Yeah.
So I talked to him and said, yo, what am I going to do? Just come in. I say, you eat breakfast? Him said, no. Because I know you have hockey and starfish and ray, blah, blah. So I come with my belly. So I went. I'm just going to the kitchen. I share him banana, ackee and dumpling and whatever. And bring it to him. I ask him, you want a water or you want something to drink? Him said, something to drink. I'm going to give it to him with no money. When I charge him no money for coming there because I don't have a wallet. So there's nothing to contribute to what we're doing. So in the evening, I go back to him and I say, you all right? He said, boy, I smell the curry goat, you know, because I see the line, you know, and want some of the curry goat. So I said, all right, no problem. When the curry goat drop, I share him curry goat, bring him a water. And the man was so graceful to me. I'm going to share the story with you. That's why I've been blessed or I have been a special person in this world. After my son string up on the land, I went down to what they call it the other day. I went down there. Life is so funny, and that's why I
Fort
live good.
Lauderdale?
I went to Fort Lauderdale at thing they string up. What name?
Hot Stepper and
Hot Stepper and
Sunday roll call.
Sunday
Sound system
roll call.
Yeah.
I went down there to a different event, and the same man see me, and it was like a moment with me and him, and him like, he give me $50. Cash $50. Him give to me and him say, see you, God I God bless you. And don't stop doing what you're doing because I can see you're not doing it for the money. With the money only come involved because we have to pay the police, rent the park, so we want to have something to contribute because we do it out of our own pocket. There are no sponsors in what we do. So I'm just sharing the story to the folks them for know that my son string up on the lawn. When I keep that, I walk around to don't care how tired I am. I walk around to every woman, every man, and shake their hand and say, thank you for coming out and supporting it. It is not about being the biggest event that keep for sound system. It is not that for me.
It's about the environment.
Yes, make you feel at home.
Yeah.
You know? So then the next alpha story that I have a guy who come to the first one. He had a mess up at the bar with Karen and them. Money-wise, he couldn't get back his change and he give them $100. And he just said, I said, me give him $100 because they now no change and rare, blah, blah. My wife gone look change. And him gone about him business. When the thing was done, me see him a drive off. And I say, yo, remember I said, me have some change here. He look at me and said, don't worry about that, man. Just contribute it to the next my son string up on the land.
Nice.
So I want to show people that what we do, we need to work more together. And as we see what's happening in this country, push out the people who make this place. When I go into it, push out the people who make this place. If we say, oh, how we run things, if we work together, we are going to have less people doing that to us as the minority. Because we don't work together in sound system culture. That's why we don't have a root and a place in New York. I'm going to say that this place is for sound system culture. And New York should have been a place where have that.
Yeah, the Mecca.
The sound system culture. New York are the Mecca. Some people will agree with me. Some people might not agree. But if we work together, and in numbers we count. But because the man I want to say, my sound run things and a little turf here, and lock off everybody and keep on going in different areas. There are sound that play in certain places that they make the price that you can't even charge a money because it's called gatekeeping to block you out.
Yeah. And
we do it so much that it mash up sound system culture. But don't talk. Now preach.
Okay. Let me just check in a few people I missed. Errol Barnes, Jughead, Acid, big up.
Jughead, big up yourself. Thank you.
Hooligan, bless up Acid Sound System. Good morning, World Trends Media. I watch all your your videos. I love the energy you guys have. Real thing. Thanks. We appreciate that.
I appreciate that, brother. That means a lot to me. Thank you very much.
See, now I have a face for Mellotech Studio. Good morning, Mellotech. He said, greetings, Acid family and friends.
Yeah, man.
What's up, Fabian? Okay, here you guys go. Respect to the Acid family. Appreciate you. Title Movement Sound. Greetings, Acid and
Title
family.
Movement, pick up yourself, brother.
He said, I'm checking in late.
Yeah, man. Title Movement, pick up yourself. You're not late, man. You're checking right on time. Or yourself, brother.
Keys International said, real talk, my boss. Make them know.
Yeah, man.
If them no.
Yes, man. And
wait. Mandatory Movement said, I said that same thing. Read the comments above. Mandatory.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but anyway, but yeah, at the end of the day, back to the sound set. This is really talking about last week, and then talking about what we got going on in Florida. At the end of the day, believe it or not, Sound System Showcase came from me and Acid, because initially most events, which was nothing wrong with that, I love it, were competitions. Way back in the day. Way back within the last 10 years, most sound system events, which we've been to one, we loved it, were sound system competitions. So we decided, we said, okay, we don't really want to do the competition thing. We more want to do a showcase. And that's how the word showcasing with sound system started to come along, because we started, so we wanted to identify that this is not a clash. We may do a little dub session at the end of the event for entertainment, but it's not a clash. It's just about you playing your sound to the cleanest ability, showcasing it, you bringing out your nice clean sound or whatever have you, and that's it. And then everybody go home. Every sound man, because I have two sound men in my house. Any chance they can get to bring out their sound, they bringing it out. That's how I know if you're a real sound person. They don't care. Sometimes I'll be like, no, we don't need to bring this out. We don't need to bring this out. They be like, yeah, I want to. They don't care where it is. If they can bring out a couple of bucks, they want to bring the sound out. So that's what it's all about for us. Let me see here. Patrick McLean, good morning. I don't remember if I saw you. We haven't seen you in a few years. Come out to the event. DJ Staff P, good morning, Acid Sound family. King Face, good morning. Bless up Acid Sound family. Y2K Houston checking in. Good morning.
Good morning, brother. Thank you for checking in, everybody. Thank you.
Title Movement Sound, the new YC Powerhouse amplifier. Get it.
That going good. We're getting ready to bring it outside. Are you planning
on? Yeah, we're gonna bring it outside. We just have to wait till we have a place.
We just came back from Connecticut, so we have to sell some T-shirts and get the money up, rent the truck, and go bring the box them and go out there, go get a real sound check, get the amps real beaten and see how it stand up, how it hold up. If it survived the whole day outside in the Florida heat.
Yep. Good morning, Platinum. Sorry, I meant to check you. And yes, Acid family, respect always. He's from the UK. He always check in. Thanks, Platinum, for checking in.
Platinum, thank you very much for checking. Take your time and check in, brother. Big up my UK family then.
Patrick McLean. You make a lot of sounds clean and neat up them sound. Yeah, that's true.
That's right.
That's true. He said couldn't afford, wife was sick. Oh, okay. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, man, I understand that.
Architect Sound, bless up Acid. The sound man not catering to the masses is going to be a bill party and music too loud. Bring back the juggling vibes. Hey, let me tell you something. You're right, because that was a part of what I get upset with. I mean, I still go and I enjoy myself, but you see what we did in Connecticut? Acid earned his place that day. Yeah, when I say he made it fun. The only problem we had with it is we started too early. But it was a juggling. Everybody, maybe one or two people, but other than that, everybody was juggling. People was dancing. The woman was having a good time. I've never seen an environment like that for sound system culture in a while.
Yes.
It was nice. So it was, yeah. We've been working on it, and we pretty much there. We tweaked it a lot.
We tweaked it to a level, because every sound when they string up, you do your little test song, you do what you want to do, and you get another round again to play whatever you want to play. But as soon as people come through that door, the main thing that people complain about is boring.
Now I can say, as a female who is actually into the sound, it's not like I'm being dragged along with my husband and I'm just there to support him. I'm actually into it. I can say, and I even get on Noah about it too, I don't want to keep hearing the same old string up songs over and over. I'm not saying in the beginning we're not gonna do our little string up, our little, because I'm into that too. Okay, I want to hear some different songs where you can hear what the sound can do. But at some point, we need to entertain the crowd. I don't need to hear for 6 hours string up songs. No, I don't want to hear that. And when I say Acid made it entertaining, he always do, but this year was extra special. He had everybody clicking. Okay, this need to be played. That need to be played. Yes, they had time to play what they wanted to play, but he had basically, what would you call, the exercise book. But he's like, okay, Cocoa Tea, everybody. I need to hear two Cocoa Tea.
We know that Cocoa Tea passed away and contributed a lot to the sound system culture and also reggae music. So I feel it was very respectful and it's only fair to have the 5 sounds go to everybody. And it take a lot of work. I got to walk all the way, go down there. So I gotta walk all the way come and I'm back and
You was
forth
running.
all day
You're
doing
running.
it. And I gotta make sure that this sound man know where I come up next after this run finish. I gotta go back up top, make sure that the next man know where I come, so the ball no fumble and drop. Yo, we're gonna play a tribute to Cocoa Tea. And we're gonna make it like a one sound and play, but it's 5 sound really playing. And you can't repeat back no Cocoa Tea song. So I challenge everybody, play me one of your baddest Cocoa Tea. That Team New Jersey movement team, play it. Then and Geo, Red Machine, complement with another Cocoa Tea. Then from Red Machine to Mini Tone, Ace them complement. Then go over to Supersonic. They complement the Cocoa Tea. Go over to Palestinium. They complement that round. Then we have to go back up down the line again and do one more round. And it was very entertaining. Then I go back and I challenge them. I say, all right, I want every sound now. Come back. Play me one of the baddest Dennis Brown. And we keep going down the line with Dennis Brown round. It was so good that we had to do another Dennis Brown round again.
The people enjoyed it so much. Everybody was so involved. I just wish more people was there at that time. Like I said, we started early. So I have to make Juba put on the flyer next time, the earlier time. But I will say, everybody, and I like what Patrick said, he said, has to make sure they know their laptop. Everybody knew their laptop. Even people was getting, even me, I was over there. I said, that's the playback. Everybody said, no, playback. So one person did play back a song. So this was about, you had to use your head, which it shouldn't have been hard. You can't play back what somebody else plays. You're supposed to know your music.
Well, I think I did it. Anybody can have a sound these days. Anybody can have a sound. But do you understand what a sound is about? And the task that you're given to do? Not everybody understand it. I got sound system that I know that been doing sound system stringing up event, and they still can't get it right to know, say, it's all about the material, your type of song. Just like when you put the work in making the sound play spectacular, put the work in to make sure your songs them are up to par. Because you can have the best sound system and you play the worst file and nobody like your sound.
Yep.
Until me and Noah go up on your sound with the good files and the good laptop, people are like, yo, we never hear that sound they play like that before.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Yes.
The songs does matter, just like how the equipment and the speaker and the box matters. It
exactly.
does.
Can I get some more likes, please? 65 people, 100 people watching. I'm gonna check in Anderson from Barbados, Too Fresh Entertainment. One base, you said, blessed acid family. I usually check in as Roger Stapleton, but started a new channel. Okay, no problem.
Big up yourself, my brother. Thank you for checking in, brother.
DJ Staff P said thank you. I guess according to what you were saying.
Yes, man. We must hold them on them. Yo, if you come in on my sound, if I bring my sound outside to play, let me say this. I don't mind nobody playing on my sound. But the moment you step on my sound and play bullshit, like my sound look like it not good, me I take you half of the sound.
And okay, here's the next thing. Let me just read these couple. Architect Sound, they getting songs off of YouTube and expected to play good. DJ Dev, take the systems out of their comfort zone. Get them to play one song, not culture based. Exactly. Pack Promo, good morning. Anthony War Signal checking in.
War Signal, big up yourself. Pack Promo, big up yourself.
DJ Anthony, equipment and files do matter. Exactly. So here's the next thing that we're gonna make. We always trying to be so nice, which I understand. But moving forward, you guys are the sound owners because we're gonna do it for us. Hey, sorry, you gotta come off the sound.
Yeah, man.
Stop having these DJs. And that's why, okay, I'm going to rewind before I say that. I'm going to stick a pin there. Our sound system event was to honor and appreciate sound men because they got put, I don't know at what point, but they got pushed to the background. Yes. And it was all about these little fancy ass DJs and table and bottle girls and all of that. So that's another, see, I told y'all that our sound system event is a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of reasons why it's out there. Yep. So I don't have a problem with a Pochi or a laptop DJ come to play. That's not the problem.
We don't have a problem with them.
But
But
if they don't know how to play on a sound, listen to what I'm saying carefully. There's a lot of sound DJs. Sorry, there's a lot of DJs that do not know how to play on a sound. They used to playing on that crappy club shit or the little monitor box or little powered sounds that they just scrape together and get for parties.
Yes.
You need to interview these people that's coming on your sound. You need to look at their laptop.
Make it look bad.
Don't get me wrong. Connecticut night was great. I think we might have had maybe one or two. I don't know. People that wasn't up to par, but for the remaining of the night. Program. Exactly.
They learn.
But we need to, as sound owners, if somebody's playing garbage on your sound, hey, you have another. You walk up to them, tap them on their shoulder. You got another file. That one ain't playing.
Have a different song?
We cannot be afraid with our sound out there. Just like you ain't gonna have somebody take your car and be banging it and scratching up the rims. We're not gonna do that.
Nope.
All of this nice guy thing because somebody want to play on your sound. Soundman has taken a back seat to DJs too long. Don't let them come on your sound. We seen it happen
time after time
at another event.
Yeah. They
were doing the right thing by saying we're gonna assign certain DJs, but guess what? I feel like the sound owners need to find their own DJs that's gonna play
the correct file. Yeah, man.
Good morning, Acid family. Miss Acid, thank you for sending out the merch. Atlanta check-in. Good morning, Merlin Sound. How you doing?
Thank you for support us, brother. Thank you for support us. Everybody that's on this channel here, please just go press the like button and come back to the thing. May I ask everybody, please?
Yes, please.
That's how you support the thing, brother.
Yes, please and
please
thanks.
And thank you. Please, just go there. Just press the like button, man, and forward back, man. We're good, brother.
Mandatory Movement said people download from YouTube and think the music they copy from YouTube is clean. But other than that, I'm gonna say something. Sometimes the music we got back in the day when we moved from CD to laptops, because a lot of those files are still going around. Don't get me wrong, some of them are good, but Acid that's how he try to perfect it. He'd be like, "Oh, get rid of that. Rebuy me that song," or he rebuys his songs
Even when Noah is playing a song, this is my own child, my own
He'd
son.
Be like, "Get that crap off of
This
here."
is my team player. I would say, "Yo, I don't want to hear that song. Don't play it no more upon the sound, sound." And I will go to the source and buy the right song, and I put on the headphone upon his ears and play his song to him and say, "Listen to the one that you have, and listen this one." You know what I like about him? He'll say, "Yeah, daddy, you're right. That one is more sweet and more robust, more bass, more tops, more mid." We have come a long way with sound system. I don't think we should have a problem with audio, but because we have some people over there who are force ripe, not like the DJ, force ripe, and every man want us download a man hard drive and have the sound and the shit file and keep on passing and passing and passing. And we got some people don't care about how it sounds, long as I have the music.
Exactly.
You cannot play upon my sound that way, because remember, when people come out and my sound is doing a showcase, you're gonna let my sound look bad. They're not gonna blame the DJ. If somebody just walking in the event and I hear Acid sound and play, I say, shit, that's what I'm talking about?
Exactly.
That's what we hear?
And that did happen the other night. But in any case, to somebody's question, we primarily right now use Apple Music, and pretty much it's always good. Every once in a while, Noah will take it and he will, I guess you could say, master it. He fixes it up or he'll fatten it up once in a while. But for the most part, we get everything from our Apple Music right now. We're not tied to any pools as yet. That's for Tidal Movement sound.
Yeah, man, I buy my song them. And if I can't find them, I find sources of people who I know have a clean copy. Not many. A few people who I know that they share music with me and the music is good, I will share certain song with them. Just like how them share with me. But otherwise, if I can't find it, sometimes I'm building a crate. And that crate will take me a year to build it. Because of 2 songs I have in the crate don't sound right, I will not play the crate till I get it right.
Exactly.
People gonna do that.
Exactly. And I see you guys talking. 320 is great, but I do realize not every song is 320. I will say when you see 128, That's a shit file. When you see anything under 200, that's because, like I said, sometimes we gotta work with the 200 and rate. So, because we have a ton of files, so I see a lot of the bit rates on a lot of them. Like I stated, we tend to try to find the song again and download it again, especially if it's coming from an old file from back in the day that we might have had for a long time. So that is it is a time consuming thing. But if you're somebody that's up and date in their laptop a lot over time, then it can be done.
Yeah, man, it can be done. Real talk. So we have a delay, so we have to stop look a bit.
Yeah, I'm reading. Yeah.
Listen
Depends
to
on Bandcamp of the remixes, maybe franchise BPM Supreme. Correct is right.
yeah, man. Technology come too far, brethren. Before we play certain shit up file. File them shit up, man. No one hear that.
So Lloyd said, I do mostly. Hold on. Somebody said, I'm missing where I'm going. Title, wait a moment. I buy from Apple iTunes, but they are not 320. They are 250.
Yeah.
That's why I said that. 320 is the greatest, but we don't always get 320 from every song. Lucky. But like, I've seen a lot of old files, like I stated, that be like 128. We delete those out. We'll delete them out, or we'll keep it till we able to find one that's a little bit better, and then we delete it out. So that's how I think we've been on a laptop for about a little over. This is probably our 11th year when we switched over from CDs or whatever have you. So as time goes on, you get to empty out the old stuff, bring in the new stuff, right? So I do mostly at the highest bit rate, but I like FLAC. Okay, FLAC. Go to Dancehall Arena or DJ Sound Pool, and it's not a free subscription. Okay.
No problem with that either. Because just like when records were selling, we had to go into the record store and buy it. That's why the market is so saturated. Because you can go on YouTube, put it on one file and rip it and do what you want to do. But after time, it don't sound the same as when it's coming from a reputable source. And all of the mix, all of the good things just all together, and it's there. And that's why the artists them are charge so much money for dub plate. One thing affect the other, and it move into different areas.
Yeah.
You understand? If an artist now sell him song no more, him only have a charge you at $10,000 or $20,000 for a show.
Yeah.
And when him do a dub plate for your dub plate price now for sound system is $1,000.
Minimum.
And the man, some of them not even have an album.
Yeah. But yeah, Noah is the one mainly that plays around with that stuff. Thank God we got Noah. He'll play around with a song and he knows how to clean it up or whatever have you. If he or enhance it. He knows how to enhance it, certain songs. So he's good on that end of it. So we leave that stuff up to him. But for the most part, when we buying the song, we listen to it, or he listens to it because he more does it himself now. He listens to it, and then we download it, we see the bit rate and everything. So I mean, that's basically what it is. Like I stated, for the most part, everybody last weekend was playing good.
Yeah, every song was doing good. Supersonic get better, and that's what I tell people: say, bring your sound to the dance hall. Do not come to these events. Not saying Supersonic did. That's not what I'm saying. Supersonic learned a lesson in the dance hall. They burn 4 15-inch speaker. And in I give them credit, and they still play their sound. Their bass was good. The tops need some work. They blow 4 15-inch in the dance. They burn them. They come back and get 4 more. Me and Red Hawk Major help them put in the 15 them. And they come back and Major Red Hawk help the sound, and they did very well. They play good at the end of the night, at the end of the day. They play very good. I was surprised. I even went to Red Hawk and said, hey, don't make you play too good, because later they're going to challenge you, It was a joke, but they did well. So certain things you have to just know when you come to the dancehall arena. You have to just know. But big up to everybody that's watching. Just please go and give me some likes, please. May I beg you now, give me some likes, please. Give me some likes. But I'm gonna do an event in New York City by the hook or the crook. I'm gonna do an event in New York City and get some elite sound system that we don't see all the time that play very well. I'm gonna do one in New York City. Yeah, we're supposed to do one in a Philly, but it never worked out the way we wanted it to. But at the end of the day, I'm still gonna do what I have to do at the end of the day. I would like to say some big up to everybody that watches us. Big up to everybody that watches us and come out and support the sound system culture. Big up to everybody that watches us. Because we're a family of sound system. We're not about the biggest and who have the biggest set of dub collection. You know, we keep the game very fair, so the small man, the big man, the little man can also come and hold our vibes and our energy. And big up to Stereo 5 Sound, just come back from Japan. He's putting in a lot of work. Big up to Speedy, come out and show him playing skill. And he did not just play dub plate alone. Some song that I hear Speedy play, I'm like, but Speedy know about this. That's why I don't underestimate nobody.
You don't got that gray hair for nothing. What do you mean? Speedy played well. I enjoyed myself. He plays songs you don't typically hear, reggae style, dancehall style from way back, but the bass line, everything a roll. So I will say, I enjoyed myself when Speedy played. It was a couple other people too, but he one that stood out for me. Patrick said, use your headphones when making crates. Yes, correct.
Yeah, I hear everything. You hear all of the bad quality them. Yes, Patrick.
Pac Promo said, yes, they sounded good, but Mini Tone left me speechless. Yeah, they have a nice custom setup. Now, this is just my opinion. In the sound culture world, so we take coming away from audio. In the sound culture world, if I'm gonna do a powered sound or want to see a powered sound, that's what I would like to see, because it's still in the designing factor, that the fact that they had to design that. Like a typical sound system, you have to design how you want your boxes to look versus a store-bought powered sound. That's fine. But culture-wise, I'm the old school style. Like, I want to see handmade boxes. I want to see handmade boxes and the different components. So for mini tone custom powered sound, that's what I would prefer to see.
Yeah.
In the arena of sound culture. That's what we're talking about. So there ain't nothing about powered sound. But in the arena of sound culture, I want to see custom powered sounds.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of those starting to come up more. A lot of people either have like their mixed bass,
and
mixed passive and powered, or they have like a custom powered sound. I'm starting to see a little bit more of that. I like to see that.
And I was in a store, a sound system store, and somebody raised a point, so you guys can answer. Some people say them not like mixed powered sound with passive sound. Some people feel like powered sound should just stay in a them lane, and passive sound should just play with passive sound. You know, not my opinion. We're just there and we have a vibe and a conversation, you know, of hearing some of the elders them say, the older gentlemen them say, yo, I'm not string up with no powered sound. A passive sound may I string up with. So give me your feedback and let me know what you think about what I just said.
Good morning, Justice from Belgium.
Big up Justice from Belgium. Big up yourself. Thank you for checking in. Crickets?
No, somebody I'm reading. GG plays. Well, we use Serato DJ. I think most DJs use Serato DJ over virtual DJ.
Yeah, I use Serato DJ.
Yeah.
I never got with virtual because I started with Serato. So I guess that's why I'm more comfortable with Serato. That's what I started with. Most overseas people into the tractor and the different stuff. So I understand it. Still play good dose in the end of the day.
Pat Promo said, I want to do mix of York powered bottoms and passive tops. Okay, I've never seen it that way. I've seen it the other way.
Yeah.
I've seen where they keep it passive for the bass and the powered
for the
tops. So yeah, I've never seen it that way.
Yeah.
So you can see how that work out. Speedy and Venom having a sound quality competition. Yeah, we know. Mandatory. Yeah, we know. We were promoting it at the event. And I think we promoted on one of our lives. My friend has a self-powered bass and passive tops. There's software out there that makes songs sound better using a parametric equalizer helps very much in the quality of audio. Okay, DJ Omega. Okay, what's the name? What's the name of the thing? I'll make Noah get it. What's the name of the program?
Yeah.
Lloyd said, I don't care if you have a passive or active sound as long as it sounds good. I agree. So the conversation right now is about oh God, what was the question you said to them, babe?
How you feel about playing with
okay. If you have a passive sound, do you think it's good to play against or next to alongside and not necessarily a competition powered sound? You feel they should have their own category? Well, what I will say while y'all waiting to answer is that typically passive, we've always had passive sound events, right? We started a few years back. Somebody had asked us to be, and I'm gonna give you how I would do it, right? A few years back, somebody asked us, hey, I want to be on the event, but I have a powered sound. I said, okay, because typically powered sounds play with powered sounds, passive play with passive. And at the time, not thinking, he was like, oh, but can I bring 8 bass, even though everybody else was bringing 6? Passive was bringing 6, he wanted to bring 8. And I think we allowed him to do it. And after that, I decided we're never going to allow that. You know why? If you want to play with big sound, you want to play with passive sound, it's supposed to be box for box. I shouldn't have to give you 2 extra boxes if you're deciding to play up against a passive sound. So in that regards, ever since then, if you want to be in the event, you have to match whatever the passive have.
Box for box.
It's going to be box for box. So once in a blue, we may put in, especially in Connecticut, we may have 1 powered sound, but over the last couple of years, this year we had 2. Last year we had 1. Was it last year Puppy was in it? Or the year before? Yeah. But I'm going to read y'all comments now. We got a 4-way preamp from Jaw Tubbies. Okay. All right. No, we're not talking about that right now. Wifey and I think that the New Jersey power sound was sounding sweeter than mini tone. That's Jeremy Levy. Okay.
See that? That's why
Justice
people come out.
You come out and everybody makes their own decision, because we could talk all day about a sound, but it's better for you to hear it. And let me tell you what's the thing that I hate, the question I hate the most. So y'all know from now. Who sounded the best? How did this person sound? How did that person sound?
I hate that.
Don't ever ask us that.
Yeah,
like if we're giving a review, we'll say how a certain person sound, but don't ever ask us that, because here's how I feel. You should have been there. I understand everybody can't be at every event, but that's not really a fair question to ask in front of everybody.
Right, so it sound biased, and it sound like you have a spear point, something to say.
Yeah.
Ray, no.
Yeah. Because, basically, that's not even a good question to ask. So one thing we will never do is, even if a sound sounded bad, we're not going to put down a sound or whatever.
Everybody has their day.
You get what I'm saying? Everybody has their day. And here's why I'm saying that. And Asa will tell you this too. Everybody spends their time, their money, sweat, tears to bring their. Don't get me wrong. If a person, let me stick a pin. If a person's real cocky and talking off their mouth, and then they stuff flatten out, and then you was talking that shit, that's a different story. Then we might have to, Different. But we're talking about just somebody that just came out to play. Something happened, just like with Supersonic. Something happened. We will never. We'll say, yeah, but they got back up. They did what they needed to do. They're playing their sound well, because this is about us supporting somebody, not bringing them down. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So you'll never hear, if this is this is never going to be the channel where we're going to hear us say, "Ah, their top sound like trash," or their bass wasn't all that, and blah. That's never going to come from our mouth. Let me read what you guys are saying here. The PE is built into the digital mixer. It has. Okay, yeah, you guys can answer him. Can't have too many conversations one time. Asset Family. The software name is Sound Forge Audio Cleaning Lab. I gotta tell Noah, you awake? I didn't get that. Jeremy said you like Red Machine. Red Machine played very well. Yes, they did. See, everybody come and they make their own assessment of how your ears took it. GG plays exactly. Every sound that show up is a winner for the love of the culture. Exactly. If you use Windows, no, we don't have Windows, but thank you for that information too. If you use Windows, you can use Equalizer Pro. Passive DJ Dev said passive and powered is almost the same thing. The amp just moved out of the rack into the speaker itself. Both ways amplifies the sound coming into it. Okay, that's one way to look at it. It's all about respecting people, DJ staff. Yep, absolutely. Even if you play in one tweeter, we're gonna say, yeah, they had a bad day, but that one tweeter was playing good. That 112 was playing good.
Yeah. And that's I like the sound warriors. I call them sound warriors. Even when they was only playing 12 horns and tweeter and no 15, they was still rocking the crowd.
Yes, that too.
I know some people, if their sound is not working they turn it off or pack it up or they're not playing.
That's true.
So big up to my supersonic people. Yo, Lady Steph, come on, she did her thing, even though she had no low mid. And they come back, and in the middle of the dance with crowds of people, they come back with 4 brand new 15 loading back in their boxes.
That's what
they never gave up.
That's what we're talking about.
So for me, I salute them for that. Most people don't want nobody to know, oh, my burn up my speaker there. Most people, it's a hush thing. If you've been in this game and never burn a speaker, lie tell.
Exactly.
Lie tell.
And like I stated, tuning is different from a malfunction, right? So we've had people that, maybe a drive rack might go down or amplifier will go down. We know about that. We always talk about the Crest 9.0. He got so nervous with that amp that he always had a spare. Even the Crown sound, Palestinian, if you look at the video, the last video we put up, I said, oh, you taking them out? He said, no, this is a spare. You get what I'm saying? So things will happen with equipment. That has nothing to do with the actual sound.
But often people use that against you. Because remember, I don't make the amplifier. If the amplifier fail, most people is going to say, your sound failed. They're not going to say, yo, the amplifier went down on acid. He had it running right. He just amplifier have a failure. They're not going to say that. And I see that a lot in the Caribbean and in the sound system culture. We do it to each other. If you have a malfunction, oh, that sound that burn up. If a man purposely play him sound and I force it and it burn up, that's a burn up. But if the sound was playing good, working right, nobody touched anything, and the speaker went out or the amplifier burn up, it's the equipment. Often we say sound not have sense, but we don't say, yeah, not have sense because the amplifier failed. Nobody not come up with no saying for that yet.
Yeah, Pat Promo, he said, be careful with the 4 bottom because Bass Boss got some bottoms called the Kraken 421s in there. They do, but I'll just say this to you incognito. It still matters who's tuning them.
Yes.
That's all I'm going to say. Not going to pinpoint nothing.
It still matters who is tuning the sound and the experience that they got. I could put you in a shooting range to hit a target.
With the best gun.
With the best gun. And if you don't have the experience, you're going to come out the loser. Yeah. It's just like that.
You're going to be shooting everything but the target.
There you go.
So I'm going to just leave it at that.
We've seen it a lot of times. And we've seen people playing hard-headed and stubborn to do the right things with their sound. I've gone into the field and I see good sounds out there and I say, yo, the only thing you need is an X32, or if you can't afford that, a MR12 Midas, and you're good. I've gone out there and tell people that, and they brush me off like, oh, whatever. In return, when they play and they fail, you see they go right to buy the X32. And I've gone out there and tell people, yo, you need this, and they have done it and call me back and say, yo, I said, thank you for that. I learned something from you. So they're scales, brother. You have people who play tough-headed, and you have people who just not have a clue. I have people who try it, can you tell them, and them come through, them sound way more better, and they will call you and say, yo, I respect what you did for me. Many different types of people in this game that we have, sound system. Some is there to prove a point. Some is there naturally love it. Some is there working on their craft to be the best. Okay. So I'm going to give you my opinion. I'm talking the title movement sound. So I'm going to read all of his comments. Yeah. And back to let me just piggyback. Pack Promo was saying, because they're saying, yeah, but those bass for you to get that is like almost what he said, 17,000 grand each. So in the real world, let's just be 1,000% real. Two things I'm gonna say. Most sound men is not paying that for one bass. Because even a Yorkville one bass is expensive from when I look at it. I'm like, damn, that's just for one box. Mm-hmm. So the typical sound man is not buying that. So what we're talking about is the typical sound man and building sound. And the reason why I say typical is because we have built boxes for people, or people has come and asked questions about building box, and when you give them the price, they're like, oh, all one man, we're not gonna name him name. Oh, me here say expensive. I already don't want you as a customer. Keep it moving. Because if you don't know approximate pricing for building a sound, and first thing we always ask, what's your budget? What is your budget?
Because just building the rack alone, not even getting to the boxes yet. Remember, you have boxes, wiring, or whatever. This is an expensive hobby.
Yeah, it is.
It's a very expensive hobby. So a rack alone, with the rack, no console, can cost you upwards of almost 15,000, depending on what you're getting. You could do it for cheaper. Don't get at me. And but the rack alone.
And careful when you say cheaper, because to some people where we call cheap is like, oh.
Well, the cheaper is a matter of where you come from. From New York, when we say cheaper, or from wherever you come from, we say cheaper, less expensive. I guess that's the better term. Less expensive. Mm-hmm. And it depends on how many boxes you are going to be planning on playing, is how many amplifiers you're going to need. So maybe 15,000 is a little expensive, because I think we can do it for less. Let's say 10 grand. A rack is going to cost you at the minimum, with everything in it, minimum close to 10 grand. Unless you already have some older amplifiers, which is great, because we can make that work too. Older amplifiers. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. But back to what I'm gonna bring it back in, because I went off too far. But we were talking about the powered sounds and the passive. Yeah. So Title Movement says this gives starters a new choice. He said he doesn't have a problem with it. It gives them a new choice to choose if they want to go with the passive sound setup or powered. Mm-hmm. He also says some powered sounds play better than passive sounds. Now here's where it comes down to. I don't think it really is about powered versus passive, because it's about the engineer.
Say it again. It's about what?
It's about the engineer.
Yes, I've seen people with $1 million sounds.
I was going to say that. I
see people with the best sound ever that you can wish for. But you know what happened to that sound? They don't have the engineer to make it sound like the way I do, our other engineer does. They don't have the knowledge You got people out there thinking that I'm going to buy a Lamborghini and I'm going to beat you with your regular Honda. And when you beat them with your regular Honda, they say, what the hell? It's all about the driver and the experience and the knowledge.
Pat Promo, I didn't even see when Pat Promo said that. He said exactly what you were saying. He said some people like to spend 4 times when the formula is there.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Sometimes you'll go ahead. You want to say something?
I have to make this statement. I was trying to say earlier. With the knowledge that I know now, and I don't know everything, but with the knowledge that I know now, I can build a Crown Microtech sound and play against any bad sound that people say, this is the this and this is the that. You know why? It's frequency play sound and the right filter in the right place and the right box and the right cubic feet.
Yeah.
Because somebody could have a 32 deep box. The bass is deep and I could have a shallower box. My bass is going to reproduce faster than your deeper box. And you got to know the tuner box like that. It's called efficiency. A lot of people now running down these big power amplifier. Oh, my amplifier have this much power. But does it play with the quality that it's supposed to play with? No, because you're not using the right filters and the right crossovers at the right spot.
Okay. DJ Omega said facts. Affordable. Selector, boy, you check in. Jermaine, check in. What's up? Well, look, quality controller, go on. You can go get the plans and build them. Sorry, that was the price for me to have them built. Okay, they talking amongst each other. I have my own wire. Oh, tidal wave movements. I call them tidal wave. Tidal movements. I make my own wires, like what Acid is doing there with the soldering. Some people think this is easy work to solder up wires and make panels, like what Acid is doing. Nope.
No.
And just a side note, and what people don't understand is you got to pay people for their craft, right? So that falls right under, if you don't know about building a sound, don't wake up one morning and say, I'm going to build a sound. Building a sound sometimes can take years.
Yeah, like me.
Unless you go in cheap. And that's still, even cheap is going to take you a while. Unless you just got it like that. You got money sitting to the side. You get what I'm saying? But back to it. Let me go through these. RCF 9004 is 5,000 for one. Okay, somebody's talking. True. It's about the engineer. Lloyd. Man, I've never done that in years. I need to start over. I thought of movements. True Talk said Jermaine. Ryan Chung, any sound here can give me top end box design and measurement. You can go to which is way easier for you, speakerplans.com, because most people go to a builder to get their boxes built. But you can go to speakerplans.com and kind of look around there, and they have an abundance of different options you can look at. Jamal says, sound like my father. Can we touch on the cheap controllers too? Oh Lord, that's a whole nother stuff. We always talk about that. He always talk about
that. Too long.
But yeah, I think everybody on here, because usually anybody who checks in knows about music and knows about sound, and everybody know the controller matters. So we're gonna leave it at that. Geez, you couldn't be right more about building a rack, yet alone full sound. Months and years, Selector Boy, or even if you buy a rack expensive. Can you explain the panel you are making? Oh, that's a panel we always make. It's a rack panel, and it powers up, baby, because I'll be forgetting.
This is a panel that goes on the back of your rack, and it looks like this. Depends on the lighting, it look like this. Your 8-pin, this one loop to that one, this one loop to that one. But you can build them separate for 4-column sound, the same clip. and your bass is over here. So this goes into your back of your amp rack, nice and clean. You plug in your mids, you plug in your bass. That's what I'm building. But I build it this many different ways. Some people do it like this, some people don't loop it. So that's what I'm building.
Mandatory move the controller the sound uses is key for sound quality also. Yes.
Key for sound quality because
Key
for sound quality.
Let me say key. Okay, we not say key because somebody said not the controller. It is a definite factor. Let's put it that way. And I'm gonna say key because we know there's a lot of components, but you can have a cheap controller. It plays like shit, and that's why
the preamp in it is not all that strong.
That's why I remember my husband did not want to leave from his CDJs and his Rain mixer. He never wanted to go controller initially.
First time opening this box. This box has been here from last year. I'm gonna show you. I never like controllers, and I still don't like controllers. I don't like them.
Try to get the best you can, but
yeah, I don't like. And the reason for me the reason why I don't like controllers, too many buttons are there to turn, and DJ it's messing up your settings. And it's a plastic. Controllers are plastic. They're not fully metal. They're plastic. So guess what? I'm gonna show you a mixer. This mixer. If I put this mixer on my sound right now, you're going to hear my sound play like no controller today. And I will say this. And anybody in the business, no controller can touch this mixer. I'm going to show you this mixer. No controller. And that's a broad statement, but I'm going to back it up. Watch this.
Yeah, I remember you complaining about that. You got to switch over the controller.
Yeah, I hate going to controller. If it's me alone using the controller, I'm good. Watch this. First time it out, man. I'm gonna show you a mixer. Yeah, enough of them with a chatbot mixer. Show you a bad mixer. That can it just don't got no bells and whistle on it. You can run rings around some controller in a quality. Keep it real. Come there. Come out of the box.
That's been sitting there for a while, right?
For here. Look on this. This. No boy, not tell me nothing about mixer. This is.
You got it right, Platinum.
This is MP24Z. If you want to hear about mixer, use one of these. Play one of these mixer, and you tell me where really are going. See it here? Real mixer. Clean like money. Not dig up, not scratch.
So let me.
Look, watch this now. Watch this. With a controller, you have lower, mids, tweeter, trim. You know what some DJ do when they play on your sound? They buck out the trim them. You see this? Once I set the EQ right here at 12 o'clock, right there, it's dead. Once the light is playing and stop right here at number 3, the yellow, not in red, me monitor my sound. You see this? Metal. Not plastic like the controller that they're selling you with a bag of wheels and whistles. Some people might agree, some people don't agree because I get smaller. But when I have this playing on my sound, I get a quality out of this better than a controller. Who agree? Who don't agree? Tell me.
So I'm gonna ask a silly question. So I'll do the silly question. Can that be connected to a mixer to override you get what I'm asking?
Yeah, you can use this as a line mixer. I see some sound in Jamaica use it as a line mixer. The controller goes in it, and they just control it with this. But it doesn't matter if a DJ still a buck out the other one before it reaches, so the quality sounds still like shit.
Yeah.
But it can be used, if I answer your question. Can be used.
David G said lots of massive clubs running 30 to 40 amplifiers, all being pushed with these reins.
Some people, man.
He said the best mixer made. Bad piece of mixer that. Facts. So Jamal, Chris said, I got mine.
Yeah. One of the best mixer, no controller can touch that. If we're gonna talk about bells and whistle, yes, the controller have that now. But half of these controllers, by the time you start tapping on all them buttons, after a while they just done. That rain mixer for 40, 60 years still working. That's the difference where you're giving up your money for. You're giving up your money for the pretty things that everybody using. Notice Inner Force. He's still using his rain mixer. He convert it with Serato and still using it and still got all the options.
With the controller?
Yes.
Okay. Somebody asked if it don't have the Z. That's the regular 24. Is that one good too?
Yeah, it's good, but I rather the 24Z for me. I rather that one. The older one does not have the Z. The Z stand for a reason. Anybody want to know what the Z stand for? Do your homework and tell me.
Yo, bro, I play on that mix way back. They don't know about that. I'm from Brooklyn. Every DJ still have that around. Is the best classic mixer.
Yeah, I guarantee to hook it up, and play your controller and tell me where you challenge somebody for that.
So somebody is saying DJ Showcase says Roland has made some of the best sounding controllers I've heard. Rain controllers are sound good also.
Like I said, I challenge somebody to hook it up. Hook it up and come back and tell me, yes, I said.
Somebody said Trooper uses it on his sound.
I'm telling you, man. We're talking about quality. Because if you don't have one to compare it with, you're not going to know. Right now, if you don't have one to compare with that mixer, you can't really.
Or if you're a new sound owner, a new DJ,
yes,
you won't know.
Yeah. The way that I'm coming off, it might seem a bit much for much people, but that's my passion for quality.
Yeah.
And understanding. That's what it is. It's not being cocky or showing off. I come from the vinyl era to the CD level to the computer level. And I almost cried when I had to take off my mixer, the MP, to go to a plastic controller.
We I'm gonna give y'all a joke, right? So when I met him, he was at the level of CD, because CDJ's been around for a while, and we've gone through buying them. They was expensive, buying just one, almost $1,000 for one CDJ, right?
Exactly.
So when the movement was to move to laptop, I was so happy. He kept saying, "Oh, I don't want to go to laptop. I don't want to go to laptop." I was so happy. No, it was not laptop. Sorry, controller, because we're still using a laptop. Yes. And because at that time, I was the more computer savvy one at the time. And I was like, yeah, please, God, don't let him go. Because I was thinking about all of the freaking music that I was going to have to transfer. Yeah. And he cried. I cried too. I was like, no, I don't want to do this. Because we used to do the CDs. The CDs was easy to put together. Put together a CD mix. We're good to go. But I just imagined, I said, all of these years of music got to go onto a laptop? Oh, my God. Yeah. So then when I say them new DJs, nothing wrong with new DJs, because I know a lot of young men, obviously they were groomed by their dads, their uncles, that know what it takes. But a lot of DJs don't understand.
And that's why the craft
is so saturated.
That's why like the craft get messed up. Because if you are coming from vinyl, you have to hunt certain vinyl. Nowadays, everything is accessible. Everything is right there. Nothing is exclusive anymore. We got stems, we got all them things. But my point was made by when you hear that mixer play versus one of them plastic controller, I don't care what the hell they put into it. They cannot compare to a MP24Z. And the next mixer is named Biamp. And the PDP Newmark mixer. Who remember the PDP Newmark mixer with the half a moon light going around like this with a sampler on it? Tascam. They make some good mixers out there, but now I feel like you get a bunch of plastic and a bag of light, and they don't last as long as these mixers. That's all. I use them, not knocking them, but the proof is in the pudding.
Hey, Genius check in. He said, check in, well put. The Biamp SCM 7600 is the class problem. And it's funny.
Biamp. Not many people know about that.
It's funny. Mixer. Genius checked in.
Yeah.
And Genius checked in exactly at the time when I was telling the story about the computer. Because Genius was the one.
Tell me my very first.
And he had to teach me how to do. Because remember, I don't know. I know computers, but I ain't know nothing about that. And Genius had to show me.
Genius from Venom Sound. He's on here. And the password that he gave me.
You can't say it.
I'm not gonna say it. The password that he gave me to get into my laptop
10 years later.
10 years later, I'm still using that password. Yeah, man.
Yeah, it was funny. But yeah, it's funny he checked in exactly at the same time. And I remember saying, no, 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 we're not ready. Let's wait a little bit longer. I don't want to go to laptop. But Genius showed us everything.
Yeah, man.
Grateful for that.
And I still have that laptop.
You
Still
have
have
it?
it. I still have it and
Oh.
never get rid of it. Still have it up till today day.
And Genius, we still have, if you remember, we still have the fish tank. It was him, right?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. See, I remember. I need to get my fish because we've moved since then. I need to set up my fish tank again. Let me go to y'all messages. Hold on, babe. Don't come back with no more stuff. Audio card on that mixer is serious. 24 dBs and higher. Hold on, babe. Yeah, David. I just want to go through everybody. Vinyl is the best. CD is okay. Yes, we know vinyl is the best, but I'm talking about moving forward
into it.
The technology.
And learning it.
We still prefer that because let's keep it honest. As much as we all love vinyl, it's not, what's the word? It's not feasible in this time, like to go all over and travel with it, right?
Yeah.
So, but we all know vinyl is gonna always be the best.
Yeah, man, vinyl all day long. All day long.
I guess it still be exclusive if you don't put that on the end of it. I have the new mark as well. Back in my youth days, Earth Ruler had the Ring mixer on their sound. One of the many best sounding sounds in that time. Mandatory movements. Feeman was mad also with the bass punch. You can select the output. Oh, wait. You can select the output sound via the PC, at which point you can output via Personas 24C to the analog mixer. That's one bass PA. Richie, I still have the Biamp 7600.
Bad mixer, 7600 Biamp mixer before there was a rain. Yeah, we know we stepped back a little bit, but it's still the sound culture.
Genius said, manners all the while and time. My family, I said, Jaja, the tank still in rotation, Ja. No. Yes, he tried to make, yeah, we still have it because we had got another one after that, a bigger one. And to this day, since we've been so busy, right now they under construction right now. But I plan to bring it back as soon as he move all of these boxes, speaker boxes out of the house. Geez, we trade fish tank for more boxes in the house, so there's nowhere for the fish. Here we go. See, Newmark has a controller that is metal. Oh yeah, well, how's the sound card on it?
Quality.
Newmark, he said.
Yeah, the quality. We're talking about the quality, and that with the metal you get more for your money, and to me it lasts more longer versus that. Them are the tabs that's in the controller. I repair them, so I know them tabs in the controller. Everybody beat every night. Them just gone all of a sudden. So yeah, do you ever pull up a controller yet and see how much things you have to move just to get to those? Anybody repair them know exactly what I'm saying. I'm not discussing about saying which one is better, but for me, this is more solid. It's metal better. I could use the crossfader. All right, let's talk about this. We can use them. I could beat up on this crossfader all day. Every day I could beat up on this. Every day.
That's why you still see them using in Jamaica.
till the number on here rub off.
Yeah.
I've seen these mixers where rusty. You can't tell no numbers, no nothing. And still working after 20, 30 years of playing.
Okay.
Can't say that about a controller.
So maybe we may have to clarify because the plastic part of it. So somebody on here said they had their my plastic Newmark NV going on 12 years with no hiccup.
Yeah.
Okay. So I know he emphasizes the metal part, but what we're talking about also too,
quality.
We really were talking about the quality.
Yes.
He kind of went over into the make of it because that does matter. I don't want no something plastic if I could get it metal. Not saying that it won't work, but we're talking more about the quality of the sound that comes out of it.
I don't want to forget, we're not talking about a controller that you have and only you uses it. Sorry, I should have said a controller that play every night, every day. Trust me, they're failures.
And here's one thing I would tell you. Anything you see them using in Jamaica and it's still working. I'm not even talking about this rain. We were talking about that with another engineer, and it's still working. Best believe that's some good quality. Because I will say this, they are rough on their equipment. They're rough on their equipment. Yeah, what Wasi said? Even though we have a couple of one or two or three naysayers. Wasi said that amp that we just put on the channel the other day, even though it's not out in the US, he's been have it playing in Jamaica. Beaten. I think for a good 6 months testing out there.
Yeah, because let's put it this way. A lot of people don't know. Let's educate some people now on the channel. In the US, the electricity, let me say it again. The electricity in the US is 60 cycle. The electricity that play your sound and power your sound does matter. In Jamaica, the electricity is 50 cycle. In the US, it is 60 cycle. So if you have a piece of amplifier, you bring it to Jamaica and strap all them boxes on it, and it lasts 2, 3, 4 years, that's a good amplifier. Because they have a different in current in Jamaica. It's 50, in the US it's 60. So Jamaica have a lot of bad voltage. That's why a lot of sound have to have the what you call it? The box that they built to power up the sound. I don't remember the name, it slipped out of my head. So if an amplifier can play in Jamaica or a controller can last long in a Jamaica, yes, you're good to go. And it depends on how you're taking care of it.
And remember with them, and like I said, this doesn't cover the whole of Jamaica, but we're talking about typical sound. Most typical sound is not in climate control. Let's keep it 1,000. Yes. They're not in climate control. They're hot almost all year round. They have the humidity. They have the moisture. They have a lot of different things. So it's not a hit on Jamaica, but it's in any country, in any Caribbean country or whatever.
Pick where I'm from. Talk about it.
If it can take a beating over there, it's a good quality. That's it. Stabilizer was the person.
Stabilizer. Why they use stabilizer in Jamaica? Because the current is not good. People don't talk about that. The current in Jamaica is not stable. So they have to build a stabilizer that the sound plug in, take from the main, go into the stabilizer, go into the sound. So they can stabilize the current. In America, we do not need to do that because we have a 60 cycle. Jamaica have a 50 cycle. So if the equipment can work in Jamaica flawlessly, it's going to last. That's the comparison that we're doing.
Genius said, talk about Perfect Harmony was also having a Nico preamp on the sounds back in the days.
Nico preamps. Yes, sir.
I did a lot of sounds with those preamps before the Crown preamp
was popular.
Set in history again. The Nico preamp. Okay.
Yeah, Nico preamp. Bad. That's a bad preamp. Bad preamp.
Yeah, Rick. He told us Al Pacino have the new Wasi amp of Beta told. Yes, they're not playing. Gina said Bass Odyssey has Wasi and several other systems. Yeah, that's the silver one, but the new gold one, I think they have it on one. I don't know how many sounds, but that one just came out. The gold one. Caps in the stabilizer too. That's 1,000 official, 100K official.
Yeah.
Sound Trooper have Wasi, I think. Lloyd Smith. Red, Green, and Gold. Good morning. Voltage regulator, Lloyd Smith.
Yeah, man. Voltage. I know people. They're probably on here too. I'm not gonna call their name. That bring sound to Jamaica. And they was not educated with the stabilizer and burn up the whole rack because of bad current. So when I see something survive in Jamaica, that's my point. When I see something survive in a Jamaica as a sound system and electricity, you know, say that amplifier they good. You can use that anywhere in the world. So what I was saying about the controller, I'm very passionate about quality control.
So let me pause you because somebody asked the question twice. So one same person.
Yeah.
They want to know why you use or like the one you have on your sound. They said they see you have two of them.
To
Pioneer.
all right. Give you my best explanation. This is my opinion. We have gotten so lazy in sound system culture that we want to have the lightest things to do the hardest work. The Z that I'm using, they call it the Z in the UK. They call it the Z. DDJSZ. That's what I got. Now I got the SZ. I got the older one because they sound better and they are a workhorse. You could beat up on them all day long. And even that, the other day, I still got to repair the button underneath them. Remember when I take it to Orlando?
Yeah.
I still got to repair the button on it. But to me, the DDJ SZ and SZ2, for me, got one of the best sound card, my opinion.
Your opinion, because somebody did negate that a while back that you said that. They said, oh, that's why. What people don't understand is even with everything, certain things will get discontinued. That don't mean that they didn't have good quality. So that doesn't mean there's not new controllers that sound good. We haven't heard. So we're going to say it now. We haven't heard every controller out there. So there probably isn't. Probably after this, I'm going to research. But for what we have now, because he's had that controller for many years.
Day-to-day use, beating on it, playing on it, and the quality.
And the quality so far.
I had one before that. The one that Noah had. And that was a piece of shit. It sound, when you put the Z on it, the sound compared to that other controller that I had, I said, damn. I even recommended to Gregory in Atlanta. He has a controller, and I said, get the Z. And he called me. He watched the video. He will comment when he see this video. He called me up from Atlanta. I said, yo, I said, thank you for that. I hear the quality, and I hear what you're talking about. So that's my opinion.
So I've heard this before, and we will, like I said, we haven't heard, or he hasn't heard every controller. He just found this one he's had for a long time, and it was acceptable for him. So Red, Green, and Gold, which I've heard this before, in his opinion, Rain has the best sound card.
See?
So we need to see. Didn't you say you had like Timmy on? Is it that?
Yeah, I like Timmy one. I like the one that Timmy using. Blue, when sound the blue sound. That's Timmy sound name.
I can't. Why I lost out my head? Wait. Timmy sound.
Yeah, Timmy sound have the Rain turntables, the big one, and the mixer that goes along. That's a good sounding package. It is, because that's what we're talking about. The quality. I didn't move to a Rain. I moved to the DDJ SC. And I had one before that, and it was garbage.
Yes, Selector Boy. Blue Steel. Thank you.
Blue Steel.
Y'all pay attention. I love y'all.
Blue Steel have that setup, and I love the way it sounds. So I'm not here telling nobody that this is the only one that make the best. And I said my opinion from experience. The Z, they call it the Z in England. Even to them, they say, yo, I have people in UK tell me that, yo, the Z, where I'm stopping. It works. And it can take a beating.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're gonna have on this channel, we're gonna have to agree, and we all can have our different disagree. We're gonna have our all different.
But it's not
preference.
disagree. It's not disagree. It's called where your knowledge stops, right?
Yes.
So according to him, because he's heard, like I stated, we've had our controllers a long time, so we haven't updated ours. So at the time when he got his, because they cost money. The only thing right now I want to get Noah is a what's it called?
The Rev whatever.
The Rev 5.
Your brain bad.
I'm working. No, my brain can't be bad because I'm working. I'm working everything, and I'm trying to watch the comments. So the
only when Noah get that Rev 7,
Rev 5,
Rev 5, I'm still gonna hold on to my SZ2. You know why? It has proven itself over a period of time. Not saying oh, this is the best one they have, and they say this is that. With me, with my equipment, they gotta prove themselves. I don't got money to run out. A Pioneer come out with this one, oh, I gotta get that one. A Rain come out with the one that costs $3,000, I'm gonna run and get one. No, I'm gonna use what I have till I can afford what I need to go to. So that's what this is about.
So yeah, so back that's why I made it clear so people don't misunderstand and say, "Oh, that's the best ever made." No, we're not saying that. We're saying at the time,
at the time
when he got it years ago. Yeah, it's many. I think you've had it since.
And Pioneer said that's their flagship controller. Anybody in here, do your homework when we finish. Pioneer stated when they bring that controller out, that's their flagship. What does flagship mean?
Yeah, that's what they spend all their money on. That's the one that's what they spend the money on. Yeah. Yes. Anytime you buy anything, even when you're doing, like, let's go down to cell phones, or if you want to go to cars or whatever, their flagship, their main one, that's what they spend the most money into. But anyway, I'm gonna read a couple of things here. Cutty checked in. He said the Rain MP24Z is definitely a good mixer, but there is in the UK there are a few mixers that I would say are better quality. The Allen and Heath 92, 96 are top class, especially playing vinyl. Okay. SE sounds. Somebody says SE sounds sweet. Any Rain prior to the merger is solid equipment. Oh, okay. The SE sounds sweet. Any Rain.
So we're not challenging what nobody had.
That's why I wanted to clarify that. But every manufacturer have a top of the line product, and so I just reading it, and that's what we just said. Yeah, it's funny. Everybody's saying
every manufacturer.
Yeah. Original from the yes, it is. Lloyd. I have the DDJ SX3. I got it from our next DJ. I'm gonna get the Rev 5. Okay. It was a flagship. It's not anymore.
There you go.
Yeah, we know it's not anymore. But along, people, we said many years ago.
Pay attention. But nonetheless, it's still written. That's their flagship.
At the time, yeah.
At the time, yes.
So that's like saying AMG from 2012.
Please.
Oh, 2025 is.
Please.
Oh, it's not anymore. Okay.
Please. Yeah. Still say AMG.
Anyway, we're not gonna go there. Yes. I thought we were moving Pioneer sometimes uses the same sound card in different models of controllers. QSS. As for controllers, the Denon Prime 4 Plus is for me one of the best I've used. Sound quality is top notch, and build quality is also top, as it is all metal casing. Mandatory Movement said it's hard to find a controller with like sound build quality over the Pioneer SZ. Yeah, you're gonna when you're choosing any equipment, there's gonna be pros and cons to it. You just go with the what works best for you.
Let's face it. What's the reason why we have so many different sound systems? What's the one reason why that is? We need some people to type and tell me that. What's
preference?
The one reason why we have so many different sound systems. That man, I may not like an AMG Benz. I may like my good Toyota. That man might like him Range Rover.
Yeah.
That man might like him Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
So let's face this. We all can agree now.
Yeah, Pat promised everybody hears things differently. Yeah.
Everybody here is a different frequency, and I'm learning that.
But you know where I do want to go though? I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna see if Mr. Horace know, or if one of those places know. I want to see when they have in New York or in the East Coast, when they have those like those promo shows where all of the vendors come in and they show all their new stuff for the new year.
It's called the NAM show.
They don't have no other one?
That's the biggest.
I want to go so far.
That's the biggest. If you want to go to a show to see these new things that they're gonna demo, it has been for years and never changed. The NAM show is what everybody waits on to go. Everybody wait on that show.
Somebody said, I always wondered why Sound Trooper used the Ray Mixer as his main
quality,
as his main pioneer for his line. That Ray Mixer is boss. Oh, pack promo. Yeah, Nam is good. I was just hoping that I don't know why we don't have one on this side of the country.
We don't talk of.
Yeah, that would be nice. I'm surprised they don't
Just
have.
like how we don't have a place in New York City dedicated for sound stringing up, and that's what we do there. It's the same thing with the NAM. If they know there are people there to say we need this here, they're gonna put it there. They're not gonna put it there because we feel it's gonna be a good show there. They gotta calculate to see where they be putting it for years. They've been working. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So just like going into a franchise. If you want a Burger King as a franchise, they got to do the radius and the community. There's a lot going to it to see why should we put it here, just like the NAM show.
Hold on, pack promo. What show is that in New Jersey? Because I want to visit one, but I don't feel like going. I don't want to go all the way to California. I mean, if I have to, I have to. But let me know which one that is. We need to work together, Patrick McLean.
Yeah, man.
Oh, they're gonna do one in New Jersey, Nam? Did they already set a date, or are they working on it?
Let me know.
Atlantic City has a show similar to Nam, not as big. Okay. Oh, Atlantic City has the second biggest next to California. Yes, that I want to know about.
The mama said me I know I want to roll to a NAM show to go see what's going on. At least 1 year I want to go to one of them.
Yeah. So, but they said there's another one too. So, can somebody tell me when that one is? The one in New Jersey.
Yeah, tell me please.
Because I wouldn't mind going to that one.
Yeah, me jump on a plane.
Oh, Pat Promo said he's not sure the date. Stubbs, can you find out the date of that one if you don't mind? DDJ. Somebody asked, did you hear the DDJ FLX 10? No, haven't heard that one yet.
No.
Really and truly, we don't really go. I guess we don't really pay attention to all the time. Sorry, not now, but it's a big show. Okay, yes. That's the DJ Expo in Atlantic City in New York. Has an upcoming one in the casino. Yeah, but what's the date? Or if not the date, what's the name of the show? I can look it up. Pioneer is coming. People with the new CDJ. So the CDJs we used to have, babe, who made those?
Pioneer.
Oh, it was Pioneer. Oh, okay. So that's probably where you went from. Okay, behave. Why you went from?
It used to be, let me educate you now. It used to be Techniques. Techniques came out with some CD players, but they never really take off.
Okay.
Pioneer comes out with their stuff and it takes off. And from there, who control the marketing in the DJ playing world? That's why everybody's going to go to. That's why everybody's in Pioneer now. Now we got Denon. Now we got Rain coming out now with more DJ products other than the Rain old mixer vintage that I show you.
Yeah.
So whosoever leading in turntable back then, the name Techniques, that's what everybody used to roll with, Techniques 1200. Okay. So you got switch when we went to CD player and went to Pioneer. Some people try, but Pioneer was the one that came big. So everything moved from Techniques to Pioneer. You understand?
Okay, yes.
So now other companies now, the big Rain and them, and everybody coming out with their products.
Okay, here it is, guys. So I found it. So Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, Atlantic City, New Jersey, August 11th to the 14th. So I'm going to see if we can make it down there.
Yeah, man.
For that. I would like to go see that.
There must some stuff, man. I see something.
Go see some stuff.
Yeah.
We don't mind going to go see some new stuff. Yeah.
My argument, I know people was gonna go there when I start talking about the controller to Rain. I purposely did that. Because I know everybody was gonna get their wedgie in a bunch like, oh, we got my controller, and what is he saying? And no, I purposely do it.
Well, that's why I clarified.
No, I know you was gonna do it, but I'm telling you why I did it. I did it because I'm trying to show his preference in sound system culture.
There is. I'm gonna be fair though. There is preference. However, there is some that stands out from the rest, right? So that's why I clarified that at the time we purchased what we purchased, or you purchased what you purchased, was a while back. So we have not upgraded or did anything because what they said, if it ain't broke, we ain't trying to fix it.
I'm the type of sound system owner that don't run to every controller that comes out. I got friends of mine, every controller comes out, they got it. And then there's an issue or something. The one that I have, I was watching it for a while. Then I went to that one. So that's the reason now. Sorry for cutting off, but that was the reason why I bought that one. Because I was watching the industry and so which one was doing well.
Yeah. I'm trying to see how much is the tickets or is this free? Is it free, guys? I'm looking it up. Let me see here. True DJ Expo. Yes, I found it. Thank you, DJ Showcase. Serrata kept the 1200s alive. JP DJ New Jersey.
Yes.
I'm Ganguly, my sound, acid sound. Good morning.
Good morning, my boss. Morning.
DJ Fridge, UK. Panasonic owns Techniques now. Oh, wow. Yeah. Wendell said, "Y'all power sound. Blessings, DJ from Barbados."
We don't Barbados, pick up yourself. I'm going to pick up yourself, man. So I go on.
Chalice, I don't like Pioneer controllers too much bells and whistles. That's exactly what he was saying earlier.
Yeah, then
you don't like all the bells. Yeah.
Get twist up.
Young generation, what do you think about the Rain Performer controller?
Like I said, my boss, I only speak about what I use. And if I'm going to speak about it, I must play on it, hear it, or tune a sound with that on it. Then I can give my opinion. I'm not going to be one of these people that come to, oh, it's okay, and I never use it. I'm not going to do that. So I don't got the experience using one or building a sounded one. So when I do, I will speak about it.
Kingfish says, what if Techniques come out with a board? That would be crazy.
Jaja. That's what we all waiting for. A good one.
Yeah.
Pioneer got the market now. And Rain coming up slowly.
Yeah. So like the boy said, Techniques come out with a whole heap of turntable now. Ganguly said everything blessed. Yeah. I'm trying to see if we have to have tickets for this. I don't mind coming down for that. Boy, it's like so many times that I want to go up to New York for this year. It's crazy.
That's why we sell the t-shirt them and
yeah.
The support of that.
Speaking of which, I forgot to say it earlier. You just reminded me. Anybody who's wanting to do the t-shirts, I'm still doing the written name on the back, whether it's your DJ name or your sound system name on the back of one shirt at no charge. So anybody that's wanting to get their shirts, hoodies too. So the hoodies are still available. Well, everything is available as long as you're ordering it. I can order it. So caps available, t-shirts available, and hoodies. And like I stated, one free print of your name on the back of one item. Sure. Yeah. So whoever needs to order, definitely reach out. If you don't have our number, you can get us at Acid Sound System on Facebook. Leave a message just letting us know you wanted to get a shirt, hoodie, or hat, or all above, and I'll send you over some items, and then you just choose and order, size, all that, give you the price, and we ship it out to you. So that's still going on. That promotion is still going on for that. Me, please, thanks, and thanks. Me, you know how to reach us, regular Uncle.
Thank you for my t-shirt, my brother. Thank you for my t-shirt.
Yes.
Thank you for my t-shirt.
Got a t-shirt. Techniques window. When? Let's see. Oh, when we coming? When the next time we was just there, Wendell. That's why we said it how many times over and over. Nobody paid us for money. We're gonna be in New York during this time or whatever have you. I don't know when we're coming back. We're trying to figure out our schedule for this summer. There's so many things going on, but we can't go to everyone, unfortunately, unless somebody got to hook up with a hotel in New York. I don't buy that. Them hotels be beating us bad.
Yeah, motel ain't cheap.
Because I don't stay at no motel. Good day and blessings to all looking at this from Grenada. Good morning, DJ Simple. Is it afternoon now? Afternoon.
That's a long way to point. Come on for your life now, man. Yes, Christ.
Who?
They're too long now, man.
Pioneer don't exist no more. It's Alpha Theta. Everything is made on the Alpha Theta brand. Okay. Flint Martinez said, salute Acid Sound family.
Thank you very much.
Garfuna out here in Petersburg, Virginia. When is you all event again? June 7th. I'm finalizing it. But hopefully it's finalized this week. But yes, it's June 7th. For that event. Same location as you guys didn't come last year. So it's gonna be in West Palm Beach. So hopefully I can get it finalized this week because I'm ready to do my flyer. Uh Sean Chun, what is that? Is true. Do your research. Not everything that's popular is good. Thank you. It would be good to hear it yourself, but if you can't rely on your research before you buy. Yes. I kill him with research when I'm buying stuff. I research till I'm sick. Yeah, you have to do your research exactly. But yeah, so for moving forward, what's up, DJ C4 Sound System? Good afternoon. So once again, before we start to bring this to a close soon, um, Acid Sound Movements are, we also call it Sound System Culture Society. We will be having our first event for the year, which will be June 7th. It's finalizing this week. Flyer will be up soon for that. That'll be 16 base, West Palm Beach. So that will be in June. That will be a nice one. Okay, Red, Green, and Gold, putting together DSA road trips, getting all dates lined up. You sound like us. We're trying to finagle which ones we can get to this year.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of stuff. I'm like, dang, I can't go to this one. I want to go to this one. Somebody wants us to come to this one. So we got to figure it out. And I don't like to drive too far.
She not do the driving. She'll just sit down and come.
But it takes up a lot of the time for me. Oh, babe.
She not do no driving, but just chat.
I do. I give you a break. And that's how I got a ticket the last time. A ticket. Cost me $600 altogether.
For too heavy.
Sure. That's why you don't talk and drive.
You do.
You do too. QSC PLX was my go-to amps before I went powered speakers. Okay, nice. That's my Vinci people them. Golf. Okay. First base PA. No problem. But yeah, that's what we're working on. Now that we're done with the Connecticut, it's full speed ahead for the June event and getting that together. Kurt said, Nadia. Yeah, I believe lead foot. Yes. Not really lead foot, but when you're deep in a conversation, sometimes you're not paying attention. And I made that mistake. And I'm always getting on him. And that's my first speeding ticket ever in life. I got coming down from one of the events last year or the year before. $600. It would have been less, but it happened in Georgia. Georgia's the worst place to drive through. And they don't allow you to do nothing online. Like in Florida, I could have just got me a little lawyer.
They purposely set it up that you have to come in. And if you can't come in, you have to pay your money. There's no workout, no deals, no nothing. They purposely
you have to physically go there. And it was about a 4-hour drive and I had to work. And I'm like, and the 2 times I rescheduled, it was before an event. One was my sound string up on the lawn and one was the Connecticut event. So I ended up having to eat that bill. Anyway, it's a very sore moment. But I've done a lot for sound system. Get ticket and points. Shoot.
Yes, you have.
Oh God, Nadia, have you got link to extractor fan? It's
I use it.
Yeah.
It's right
You
here.
mean a link? You just Google it. I think Amazon. Yeah, just Google it. Extractor fan. They'll all pop up for you. He did have to write out the one but the song name one bill. Also, what's the name of the software you guys use to master cleanup songs? Well, they were talking about it earlier. And I forgot to write down the one the guy told me about to give to Noah. No, but this guy's been on here. You need potholes down there. Exactly. Back promo. The roads are too smooth. That's why we go too fast. Yeah, it's a heavy fun. So what it is the ticket was 400 and change, right?
What they doing now?
But what they do is if you're above a certain speed, they call it a super speeder. So like a few months after you pay the ticket, you got to pay an extra $200. So I paid over $600. Yes.
Yeah, they know what they doing.
Yeah, I was doing like 93. See, if I was under 90, I would have been good. But I happened to be doing 93, and I was like, damn. Anyway, that was my fault.
All right, people.
Yeah.
So bless up to everybody. Open the controller feeling Marion.
No, you didn't. Let me see if I can find what that guy put. Damn.
Yeah, so big bless up to everybody here. Still there, try to get out the plate there to the customer. So Sunday, I'm supposed to relax, work Monday morning. So what I do?
Heavy foot. Right, Sean? And I'm here getting on him in New York. But see, heavy foot, but we have open space. He wants to have a heavy foot in New York, giving me a heart attack. I think I died almost 3 times driving with him in New York.
How much years have you been driving with me for?
Long time.
You know they did?
I'm not playing Russian roulette.
Just stating the obvious and the facts. I mean,
they have a meme that says, "But did you die?" That's what you sound like. But did you die? DJ Showcase, yeah, he said be careful when attempting to EQ or fix a low quality track.
Very careful.
It doesn't work that way. If you have a low quality track, the best thing to do is find a better quality.
Better quality. Yes, sir. I agree with you.
Well, that's why I said that we sometimes Noah will do that because sometimes there is no better quality of some songs. Sometimes that's why I said that's not something we do all the time. But sometimes he will find one that's already good. And he'll tweak it. He just tweak it to how he like. He likes to tweak everything, but he'll tweak certain things. He'll be like, "Oh, you want to hear how I did it now?" But yeah, we do understand that when it's too low, you can't bring it up. There's but so far it can go. Yeah, let's leave it alone. Get something else. Bless up both of you, and put in the works. First base PA. Thank you. Stubbs said Florida not easy either though. But at least in Florida, I can call the ticket clinic and they take care of the whole ticket, and I might have to do a little class. But see, in Georgia, that little hick town we went through, and Acid went and got a ticket in the similar area too. You can't hire a lawyer. You have to be present, and I think
they know what they're doing.
I even went on the website for the court building, and people complaining. They know people from out of town. They looks like they target them because they know most people just go online and be like, okay, I'll just handle it online. They don't let you do that. So that's how they caught me big time. Never had a ticket in my life. But New York City is 25 miles per hour. You can't go fast anywhere. Exactly. But as stated, you can use sound. Thank you. That's what it was. You. Let me take a picture of this. Sound Pro Tools. Let me
All right, people.
Hold on, babe. It's no people. I'm still getting some information here. Let me take a picture of this. This is for Noah. Damn, this thing is smudgy. What else we have here? Genius, don't tell me it's Valdosta where the ticket stop was.
Yes.
It was almost there. It was I'm supposed to know that. It's supposed to be embedded in my brain.
Right on the border.
It's right before you get to Valdosta. Yeah. We was on the 95 side though. That's the 75. It was on the 95. I hate it. When we go through there, I be telling him like, yo, slow down. Because they don't play. Here in Georgia, best to do the speed limit when them state patrol. Oh, I know. I even got caught up for a long time watching some of them state troopers chasing those people. I said, why do they even try to run? They will drive you down to Alabama if they have to. That was funny though.
All right, people.
keep saying all right, people.
No, they up on a long time on the live, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna come off and finish up. Ways for the win. Yes, yes, Sean. We always use Waze, but like I said, I was on the phone that time, so I wasn't paying attention. Top end, great show today. Nice conversation.
Yeah, man,
No
thanks,
bueno, doesn't matter. Same link, 75 and 95. Yep, you're right.
But
Odyssey is free, but good for certain things like tying dubs. Okay, no problem. That panel looked pretty. Thanks, first base BA.
try.
Genius. Tell Acid Link up. Needs some item. Okay, no problem. Peace out, family. Love the show.
Bless to everybody that here use your time. And we have good conversation about sound system. You know, some people get a little sticky with them controller. But I saw it go. Sometimes we are going to talk. And we just go talk. And I hate that. So big up to everybody who on here. Take care of your sound. Use what you got. Don't worry about where another man have. And just keep the sound system culture going. Thank everybody for checking in. And go enjoy rice and peas and
and
all these things.
Let me just check in. And Dollars. Good morning.
And let's go back to your bed.
we about to sign off.
Late, brother.
Say yes. Okay. All right. So everybody have a good rest of this. Oh shit. Have a good rest of their Sunday. Rice and peace time with the ITIL. Yes. And Dollars laughing at you. Say, yeah, you check it late.
Wake up out of your bed, man.
Yeah, respect Asset family. Have a blessed day. Okay, Platinum, thank you for checking in. Everybody have a good day, okay? Yes, red, green, and gold. All right. Cell phone. That's up. All right. Thanks, Leroy Forbes. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
I'll sit out.